Let's go. I'm buzzing, let's drink up. You deaf look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake friends gon' pile up. I need peace to borrow, get that shit right back tomorrow. Somehow all the fans go bravo. Smile so much to hide my sorrows. Faith is shaky in vibrato. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Couple things I know, couple things I show, couple things I don't. I can tell you my problems, I can tell you my sins, I can tell you my problems. I'm uncomfortable in my skin, I'm uncomfortable with my ends, I'm uncomfortable with my friends, I'm uncomfortable with my drinking, I'm uncomfortable with my thinking, I'm uncomfortable with my ways, I'm uncomfortable in this space, I'm uncomfortable on good days, I'm uncomfortable on bad days, I'm uncomfortable with my soul, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with myself, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with my thoughts, I'm uncomfortable with my feelings, and sadly I'm uncomfortable with healing. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Tell you my problems, man. Fan blowing cold breeze.
Sister that he left us with her for him to come to California, and said, "Daddy ain't gonna leave you, baby. Daddy coming back to get you. You just stay here with your auntie and be good, and I'll be on back there to get you soon." He did.
Sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes it... Look. Life of a legend, just a day in the life. Might slide on ya, I ain't staying the night. I ain't pick cards, I'm just playing them right. Photo shoot tomorrow, they gon' pay for the flight. Amazing the height I'm able to reach from just rapping. Get it all legit, my nigga, so fuck trapping. Catch me in the lab, I'm the player with the game plan, and I stick to it. We are really not the same, man. Nothing make these motherfuckers change like the game can. In too deep, I'ma really be a name brand. I levitate, got you looking like a caveman, talking like you winning, doing only what a slave can. I'm getting money, so I'm knowing why they mad at me. Quarter ounce of literary magic in the glad baggy, word to the plug. Hope your baby stay fed, nigga. I'ma keep you living with a pocket full of dead niggas. And I came up from the eyes they can't fathom, so I'ma need all my little coins, you can't have them. But I'll probably drop a couple blessings on the way out. Give a little, get a little, watch it come and play out. Royal getting royalties, I'm waiting on the payout. Loyal to the soil, but we manifest the way out. Thank God for the love and the upcoming. I was blessed with the flows, got my cup running. Ain't no fear in the black man, fuck running. Think he trying us, my tribal niggas going duck hunting. Cause it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that. We was 13 playing with a ratchet and some ratchet hoes. Side of town where niggas grow rapid, or we had to grow. On the need to know unless a motherfucker had to know. Posing for the cameras like you try and get an action role. I beneficial, you ain't beneficial to me, boy. Country bunkin' boony boy, praying like a Sunni boy. Say they wanna make a difference, they ain't moving different, no. Passing drugs with a handshake, that's a give and go. Lot of loud niggas from my hood, they ain't living, no. Talking like he Jordan, and nigga ain't even Pippin, no. I hear the shit that you saying, but put your chest in it. I'm the the best in it. Won't answer to nothing less than it. I'm everything like your favorite rapper, but less timid, more organic and less rented. I'm blessed with it. I got the shit that can shift minds with 6 lines, telling tall tales. You 6'9", my bitch fine. Catch a flight to the future, nigga. I switch times, change for the dollar. I bought a 40, you 6 dimes. Ghetto niggas who done moved to the burb side, sipping liquor curbside. Now I'm making words ride. Better living, I see the shit from a bird's eye. Learn to do my talking with numbers, I know that words lie. Highly favored, you fabricated and fictitious. I'm light bearer and I flick switches for quick riches. My shit vicious, come get stitches, it hit different. He hit my line cause this chick missing, no pick flicking. I'm dictating, you dick riding it, dick licking. Big and back, big flicking, niggas know my shit kick. I said these niggas know my shit kick.
Let's get to it, fellas. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. All right, now Simp Nation is back. I wasn't gonna be on camera. I might do the off camera for a while. But I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being off camera. I'm too handsome for that. I don't give a fuck what it costs us. Simp Nation. Now, we got to get into some videos, guys. We have to get into some videos. I will spark this one off camera. All right, that's what the fuck I'm. Simp Nation, welcome back. Simp Nation, welcome back. We building it up slow. Y'all know what it is, man. They're gonna try to copyright us. They're gonna do everything they can, try to get us knocked off. We don't care. They can't stop us. You wanna know why they can't stop us? Because we never gonna stop putting in work. While they complaining about the black woman, while they complaining about the submission they not getting, we gonna put in work. We gonna put in work, bro. Everybody else laying around, doing shows with other people, making other people money. We gonna put in work. Now let's turn on down the music. Matter of fact, let me go get the YouTube joint. First thing first, we gotta focus on the first one. Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels recently announced that he will no longer be a part of the Lapeef network. He done with them niggas. I'm done with you Lapeef niggas. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. You can't sit with us. I'm done. I said, damn, Anton said he done with Lapeef. That's brazy. That's brazy. Now I'm gonna show y'all what Anton posted. Because I want to get into this clip. And it makes sense why Lapeef is separating themselves for Anton. Right? I'm going to drop the link, but a few of these reactions I'm going to do by myself because at the end of the day, I will be making these into shorter clips and they will be getting posted. All right? I will pin the link to the top if anybody want to join. Oh, let me get this phone. I got so many devices, it makes no sense. But I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that, you know, this Lapeef gang. I remember when Anton Lapeef was doing the whole, nothing is going to make me separate from my brother JR and him. Nothing is going to do this. Nothing. A few months later, right? These niggas is these niggas is doing what? Breaking up. They not cool, right? They not cool. And the reason why is Anton is the one catching all the heat. Anton catching all the heat. JR is taking all the money losses. You gotta remember, Anton got multiple channels. He gonna break bread off Fight Club. He gonna break bread in a few different places. He gonna break bread in a few different places. You feel me? But at the end of the day, one thing Anton not gonna do is Anton not about to keep losing bags playing games with y'all. He just not gonna do it. Now let me show y'all the clip. I gotta show y'all this clip real quick, man. I gotta show y'all this clip. I got a text message. It kind of distracted me. Boom. Shout out to my dog Ronnie. I think I just saw Ronnie tap in with the gang. Ronnie, you know what it is, bro. You always welcome over here, bro. You always welcome, dog. But there's certain people who, you know what I'm saying, I don't fuck with. I don't want over here. Let's get to this clip of Anton going off about black women being the biggest problems. Now, ladies, this is where I'm going to actually clip it now. Ladies, if you meet a man and he's behaving like this, it lets you know what kind of man he really is, right? You know now that this is the type of man, right? This is how they think about y'all. This is how they feel about y'all. And these men are giving advice to other men on how to get women to submit. Let's keep going. Shame.
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck.
Oh, damn. Not me muting myself. So these are the same guys saying F the kids. I just saw it, Marcella. I just peeped, honey. And shout out to Marcella. She is now a managing moderator. Let's go back, because I want to hear this over now. I want to get my commentary on this. Let's go.
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you.
Let's break that down first. How is the black woman more of an enemy than the white man who enslaved you and took your children, gave you labor to do, but didn't give you any compensation for hundreds of years? When you did become free, these men did all type of different horrendous acts. Is that the right word? Yeah. Horrendous acts, awful acts, right? From lynching and other different things to keep you down. But meanwhile, black women are the main problem. Marcella, do you see what I'm talking about now? How these bandits, right? These bandits are walking around and they're influencing other young men to believe that the black woman is the problem, but in actuality, it's these bandits. It's these men who have this, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Anton. Marcella says he sounds like he's bitter from being dumped. It's giving bitter. It's giving very fucking bitter, right? And it's crazy to me because this man has a black wife, Marcella. He has a black wife. He has a black daughter, Marcella. Black wife, black daughter. And this is how he feels. Let's keep going.
And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
Wow. F the kids and F the woman too. Now, Anton was the same person, right? I'm going to call a spade a spade. We're not about to hide faces. We're not about to do none of that stuff that y'all thought we was going to do. But this can't be the same man that was telling the internet that I'm a bad person because I said his wife was unattractive. I said his wife was unattractive. he tell me I'm a bad person. His fans are saying, oh, he's a bad person. Meanwhile, right? Meanwhile, he goes on his platforms and say, F those kids, F the woman too. That's y'all king. That's y'all fucking king. Right? Now, this was on Lapeef Let's Talk. Let's put this article up real quick. Let's go ahead and put this up real quick. So, let me go ahead and show you guys something. Anton put out a message this morning, guys, saying that he was done. That he is not a part of the Lapeef network any longer. That is not beef. And I want to make sure you guys see it so y'all cannot say that Drill is lying. Okay? What the fuck I gotta do to put this fucking image? That's what I get. I should have had the image ready already. Shame. Shame. It's okay, because Marcella here rocking with me anyway. She don't care what you niggas think. Now, where's preview with that fucking picture? You know what? I'm tired. Let's keep playing the video, because I can't believe I can't get this picture. What is going on? Yeah, Marcella, they don't want me to be great out here. Let me exit out of preview. Get your shit together, preview. You fucking up my stream. Jesus Christ. What's the point of having a 5K iMac if you're only going to experience bullshit? Finally, Jesus. This is what Anton Daniels had to say. Anton Daniels, you already know I've removed myself from the Thursday Lapeef Let's Talks panel to focus on growth in other areas. As of today, I will no longer associate myself with the channel at all. And for clarity, this is not beef. It's just business. It's just a business decision on my end. Great things coming. Okay. Sure. Sure thing, buddy. Tell us any fucking thing, buddy. Tell us any fucking thing. What really happened was he had videos like this one up right here, which I'm going to replay from the beginning, where he was blaming black women and he's going to say other trifling things on Lapeef Let's Talk Thursday night show.
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with.
We have black women on the screen now. Lady Shan, right? Lady Shan, who is not even American, but she talks about American stuff that's going on. And then when you get a chance to really talk to her, you realize she don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Lucky Marie, do I even have to go into that situation? The girl who was pegging a married man. Then you have, what's the other young lady name? Precious up here. She hasn't said anything. Lady died quiet. Even my sister B. Taylor, I'm pretty sure they shut her down, even give her a chance to speak. Right? But let's keep going.
Deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
This hateful little guy sounds a whole lot like this.
Someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Y'all hear that, sisters? Said there's nothing he can do outside of killing the black women that they have right now to make a significant change in our society.
Now y'all see that? That's the kind of rhetoric that these men are doing out here. That's the kind of influence these men have out here. And y'all blaming a young man like me? No, I have never suggested that women be purged so black men can do better. But that's what these men are doing, right? Again, let's listen to Anton say, "F the kids, F the woman." The woman is more of an enemy to black men than white men have ever been. The people who enslaved us, took our rights away, took us away from our fucking land, destroyed our old cultures, right? But this goes to show you, ladies, if y'all watching, this is the state of black men. This is the current state of black men. They don't want to fix problems. They want to be entertained. They don't want to put in work. They want to be entertained. That's the truth. Let's keep going.
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
F the kids and F the women too. That is the kind of bandit behavior and bandit rhetoric that's causing black women to be in more danger every day. Black women are being beat on, they're being kidnapped, and far worse, because bandits like this are running around spewing misinformation, spewing hatred. That's the fucking facts. That's the fucking facts. Let's keep going, because I don't want to spend too much time on this clip, guys. This is ridiculous.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
This hateful little guy sounds a whole lot like this.
Someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Y'all hear that, sisters? Said there's nothing he can do outside of...
So this man is saying that women need to be deleted in order for this problem to be fixed. Ladies, put a 1 in the chat and tell me what y'all think about that real quick. Hold on. I had to go get DoorDash downstairs, guys. Again, I'm gonna rerun this. This is disturbing. This is highly disturbing.
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
This hateful little guy sounds a whole lot like this.
Someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Y'all hear that, sister?
Shame.
Said there's nothing he can do outside of killing the black women that they have right now to make a significant change in our society. He is advocating for the murder, for the genocide of black women. This is a black man.
Once we see the root of evil, which is the black woman, we have to cut her out. You can't chastise her. You can't punish her. You can't discuss anything with her because she's made it blatantly clear that she does not care about you or your well-being or what's best for you. She does not care about the rightness or the wrongness of anything.
So that's a lot to unpack there.
These black men hate black women with all of their heart and
That is a fact. I know I ain't got my brother here. You see, only a few strong and chosen brothers is even like brave enough to come on the same guy's channel. And Be Easy is one of those brothers. My brother Be Easy.
Hey, what's good with you, bro? Could you hear me?
I can hear you. I talked to 84. He said he was in bed. He said he's gonna pull up soon. I got some ladies pulling up later. You know, they've been telling me, Daryl, take it slow. They told me don't cam up. Fuck that. They told me not to do reactions.
Why are they telling you not to cam up?
So they won't know the channel was mine.
Oh, I got you.
But see, we're not running from no ops. And here it is. Did you hear that clip on Be Easy?
Which clip?
Let me play it again. Let's play it again for Be Easy, guys, because I'm definitely gonna clip this. I'm gonna tag.
What's really wrong with the black community is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women and then fix the community that way.
This hateful little guy sounds a whole lot like this.
Someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Y'all hear that, sisters? Said there's nothing he can do outside of kill.
Be Easy, your thoughts?
Yeah, so I would say it's a lot, man, because these people that think like this, these are the people that typically say, you know, don't play in the victim Olympics, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and that the community is dead. Have you ever heard the term, don't beat a dead horse?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
So if the community is so dead, why are you constantly beating a dead horse over and over and over and over again? In the NBA playoffs, because they're saying that blacks are the losing team.
Right.
So when you're watching the playoffs or any sports, do they focus and fixate on the team that's losing? Or do they talk about the... They never do. So based on their logic, this doesn't make any sense. You're saying that this is a dead community and that it's a losing team, but all of your videos are about the dead community and the losing team.
And
why don't you talk about...
It seemed like all the videos is centered around black women and the role that they play. And that's the problem that I have with it, right? Is they're making it seem like, I like breaking stuff piece by piece down. He said in the video, what's going on, Reese? I see you on Reese on Instagram. Y'all know where we at. Sim Nation, we back. We got Be Easy over here too. But That brother said that black women are currently have always been black women are a bigger fucking enemy to black people than than fucking white men. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds to me? Be easy. What's going on, Jedi Mike? I see you in the building. Oh, Jedi Mike, I saw some of your Sigma brothers. I actually got a job with them. I'm gonna tap you in with them. I'm talking to my Instagram too. Be easy. Y'all know where we at. Sim Nation back. Linktree. It's in the whatever. Y'all know how to find me. Be easy. Do you think that black women are a bigger enemy to black men than white men has ever been?
No, I don't. Because just when you look at slavery, when you look at Jim Crow laws, when you look at lynching, which took place between 1882 and 1968, and then there's also different forms of lynching, because all of this stuff evolves, just like racism evolves, just like how they say, hey, we don't have Jim Crow laws, but then they do other like racial codes and covenants so that they're still able to enact the laws, but they're just not very explicitly in writing. The Tulsa Race Massacre, that was a white mob attacking and burning down the black neighborhoods. It wasn't black women saying, look at all these black Wall Streets. I'm done with these black men, and burnt it down. When you look at the civil rights movements, it was black women who are out there alongside of black men. There were some couple token white people and non-black people, but the primary movers and shakers were black people, specifically black men, side by side with black women. And there were some black women that made even more of a contribution than some black men. When it comes to mass incarceration, it wasn't a bunch of black women going around rounding up black dudes, locking them up left and right. So when you talk about enemy, and let's just say that they were enemies, right? Let's just say that they were the bigger enemy. We would have to compare the other enemies to determine who is the bigger enemy.
Exactly.
But it
wasn't just the white man that was enslaving us. It was also the Middle Eastern man. And
correct. The Arabs.
It was yes, that is correct. So, just to even break down that one beginning statement, the black women is more of an enemy to black men than the white man has ever been. That is a completely false statement. Upon that statement being said, every person that's African American, so that basically like interjecting and say, hey, bro, you're wrong. Right? You don't have to do what I be doing all the time and cursing people out and all that stuff.
You don't.
There's ways of doing that, right? Like that's just sometimes
that's
pisses
what
me off so much.
That's what I call intellectual cowardice, right? Because when you bring up other stats, people love to interject and they love to cite stats. But when it comes to that, you just don't say anything. And silence is complicity. They go all out of their way. Look, man, we got to correct you. I'm talking about if I bring up some sports stats, people will try to correct me. You care more about correcting me on sports stats than something that pertains to your lineage,
they
to
care
your
more
ancestors.
Trying to prove that LeBron is better than Larry Bird, which he's not. Then they care about trying to actually see what's going on in the black community, right? And that's just my opinion. LeBron clearly, he's LeBron, right? But that's a great point to bring up. They would talk to you for 12 hours about black women, sports, trying to shame Kobe into being second, which is crazy, to LeBron. That's crazy, right? But they won't spend a second to say, hey, Anton, what you just said was utterly ridiculous. Real talk. And then it goes a bit further, right?
The black women that they have right now to make a
thing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Hold on, it's so bad. I want to make sure you hear this.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and
hold on. What did he say?
And looks to use you, and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
Start the fuck over. Throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Yes. Your thoughts, be easy, please.
No, I was just gonna say, when people say things like, hey, fuck them kids, right? This is what I always tell people. Be careful about saying fuck them kids, because what does Anton have? Kids, or he has a kid. So when we say fuck them kids, that means that his kid is not exempt. So look, I don't I don't condone. Look, I'm cool with Daryl, and I don't condone everything that he says or done, but he don't need to co-sign or condone everything that I say or do. So I'm not going there with it, but people will shame Daryl and say, why are you associating with him? He went after somebody's kids. But then y'all associate with Anton, who said fuck them kids. So if we don't care about the kids, why
he said throw the kids out with the bathwater.
Correct.
Did you hear that part?
Yeah, so that wouldn't include his kid. So if somebody is saying, hey, look, I'm pushing this line because I'm throwing Anton's kid or whoever kid out with the bathwater, and I'm not advocating for this, but what I'm saying, this is what he's advocating for. And since he's acting like he's some guru, if I adopt his ideology, that would mean fuck his daughter. Fuck everybody on Lapeef's daughter.
Which is exactly what I did. I think you kind of understand, even though you do disagree still to this second with my behavior, like as far as that retrospect goes. That was my reasoning and my logic. Because I'm seeing these men say exactly what he just said. I'm gonna play it again so you guys can hear it. Fuck the kids, fuck the mom too, throw the kids out with the bathwater, right out of the mouth of Anton Daniels.
Done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? So to me, what I hear is violence, right? What I hear is you're willing. Let's say if it was my daughter, or tyranny's children, right? You're willing to sacrifice our children for your ideal world where all women are born submissive. I just don't understand it. It's given hate speech, right? And this is one of the things I used to always call people out on, whether it was Courtney or other different people in this space. How dare you look at me and say, well, he's going too far. My initial statement was Anton's wife was unattractive, that she was ugly. Never wished no violence against Shorty at all. They took that and ran with it. Meanwhile, you're literally on a panel. Who was all up there? We got Mr. Lego, Lady Di, Lucky Marie, Ilkhan Ali, Lady Shan. All these different people watch Anton say the black
woman said nothing.
No black woman said anything. While this black man, and we just played the audio for you guys to see. All my people that's tapped in on Instagram, we are on YouTube, Linktree in the bio. We gotta be easy on here, straight from California. Y'all know what it is. But this man who has a black wife and black daughter had the audacity to say that black women are a bigger threat, has always been a bigger enemy to black men than the white man who enslaved us, and be easy so eloquently put it, Jim Crow, right, lynching, and a number of other different things that I'm pretty sure that he can allude to as well. Meanwhile, everybody is quiet, and they give these type of black men a pass, and I have a problem with that. A major problem with that.
Correct. And they'll be unwilling. And you hear all the time, they have all these talks about Pookie and Ray Ray, right? They'll say Pookie and Ray Ray is dusty, right? They'll say that they're powerless. So once again, like I said, how many times do you see commentators bringing up and talking about the losing team? Right? If Pookie and Ray Ray is such the losers, then why are you dedicated so much of your content to the Pookie and Ray Ray? And you can't talk about Pookie and Ray Ray this, and then what do? Exhibit the behavior of a Pookie and Ray Ray. So do you really have an issue with them or not? Because you'll say black culture is trash, black culture is this, and then I look at your content and what are you promoting? The most depraved, debaucherous types of things that you try to associate with the black culture. So if it was so trash, why are you making a lot of money off of it? That's like me running around saying Pokemon cards is trash, but I just made 100,000 off of them. That doesn't seem like they're trash if you're making all of this money off of it. And then, once again, it's all relative and comparative. So if the black community is trash compared to what? So if the black community is trash compared to the white community, what does that make the white community? See, no one is willing to say that. Cool, let's just say I accept that the black community is trash. So what does that make the white community? Terrific, amazing, wonderful? Because if you really think that, why won't you say it? You say black community is trash. Black community is trash. All right, we're past that. What about the Asian community? What about the white community? It's not a black show. We can't talk about it. It's not a black show, but we have mainly black guests in all of our issues.
Black topics.
But it's not a black show. It's not a black show. Like, huh? What are you talking about? And then even that point saying, I have a black wife or I have a black daughter is the goofiest argument ever, because since y'all love to compare, let's go to the Jewish people. Do you think a Jewish person will be able to say, I have a Jewish wife and I have a Jewish daughter, so therefore I'm going to say disparaging things about the Jewish community? I'm going to say, hey, you guys shouldn't get any reparations for the Holocaust. Hey, I got a Jewish daughter. I got a Jewish wife. What would they say? You know what I mean? But we're just supposed to say like, hey, well, he does have a black wife. Well, he does have a black daughter. But yeah, if they have his ideology, that's not a victory.
Not at all.
I believe.
If they have that ideology, that means that, you know, there's really some self-hate going on there. There's some self-hate that's going to turn to propaganda. Inferiority complex. That's, oh my God. This is why I'm happy that you joined, man. Because, you know, for me, I just be getting angry in the same way that they want to purge them. Sometimes I be saying, maybe y'all should be the one that get purged, bro. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, y'all are the biggest detriment to black men. High key. You're raising other black men to harm black women and black girls too. Like you said, children. You said throw the children out with the bathwater. I don't know if I can get down with that, big dog. Like at some point, somebody got to say something about that.
And hold on. Let because I don't know cuz like that, but you know the way he's talking is like he's beast mode, like he's a lion, right? So let's say I was one of those youth, because I come from the mud, right? And I hear some old head telling me, hey, just throw that nigga out with the bathwater. All right, cool. Now I already see what type of disdain you got for me. And look, I'm not advocating for any of this. But if somebody pull up on him, if he rob him, if a dude say, hey, I'm going to just try to holler at his daughter just because he said that, or I'm going to try to do this just because he said that. It's like, why are you poking a bear that you know that you ain't prepared to deal with? Why are you poking a bear that you got to try to call a hunter or a zookeeper to tame? You're not going to do anything to tame that bear. So why would you even poke it? Because you think that you're sitting in the comfort of some house on the hills. But bears could climb. Bears climb really tall trees, bro. So when you're over here saying, throw these kids out, you're basically disrespecting not only the child, but the child's parents. And if you ask people like, hey, are you just gonna let some random person disrespect you or your parents? They'd be like, hell no. Somebody, bruh, when we grew up, people used to get in fights over mama jokes. You're going way past mama jokes. And then this is the kind of misnomer that people do and the provocation they do. They'll do all this stuff, F them kids, F your mama is an enemy. And people say, you know what, F you, I'm gonna pull up on you. See, this is the problem with the culture. This is the problem with the culture. Huh? Don't try to act like no victim now. You initiated a war of words. You feel me? A war of attrition. And now people are just saying, all right, cool. Let's gear up. Let's load up. Let's weapon up. You feel me? And it didn't even have to go there. It really didn't. But since you want to take it there, why are you trying to take it there with people that's really willing to ride and slide on something? That's not you. You slide on the virtual internet where you are protected by a screen and a keyboard warrior. I'll pull up in real life. And then if you'll pull up in real life, then drop your addy, settle it like men. I say even when you pull up, it don't even got to be nothing for violence. Y'all could pull up and talk it out as men and shake it out, or we can get into some gangster shit.
I think that what I saw in this clip, it just utterly disgusts me, man, because and this is the last time I'm gonna play it before we get to the next segment, but this clip is absolutely disgusting. And to have him say what he said, that black women are the most disgusting, and then the young man follow with black women need to be purged and start over so we can, that's ridiculous. And you know, me having two daughters, not only does it make me fearful for my daughters as they continue to grow up and as I hope that they continue to love black men and want to get married to a black man, I fear no, I fear for their safety, but then I fear for my own because as a father, it fills me with rage to hear this kind of stuff being said and spewed back into our own community. And it's not even coming from clans members no more. It's not coming from people that's burning people at crosses. It's coming from men who are born from black women, have a black wife, have a black daughter, don't even have no sons. But this is how they're talking. And it's making me think, what solution is there really for this problem that I see right now?
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women and then fix the community that way.
This hateful little guy sounds a whole lot like this.
Someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society.
Y'all hear that, sisters? Said there's nothing he can do outside of killing the black women that they have right now to make a significant change in our society. He is advocating for the murder, for the genocide of black women. This is a black man.
Once we see the root of evil, which is the black woman, we have to cut her out. You can't chastise her. You can't punish her. You can't discuss anything with her because she's made it blatantly clear that she does not care about you or your well-being or what's best for you. She does not care about the rightness or the wrongness of anything.
So that's a...
Yes, Robin. Robin says, did you touch on Anton dragging Lapeef to the ground and then saying he's no longer a part of the network anymore? Yes, we did. We showed his text message earlier. And well, I did. Be Easy wasn't here at that point. But I did. And he did drag him to the ground. Right? But to give him credit, this show is going to be dead without him. The show is going to be trash. Let's call it spade a spade. The people that's on there now is not interesting. They're boring as fuck. Though he was dragged to the ground, he kept those guys profitable. And I mean highly profitable.
Yeah, I had to unsub a long time ago, so that's good. I won't be seeing that show. I had to unsub during that whole Amira fiasco when them cats was caping and kissing Amira booty while she had her own channel saying disparaging things, and then they went out of their way to act like they don't know what being on code is, and that you know, if you dope, I rock with you, and all this weird stuff like that. So it's like, bruh, you sound goofy. But then also to the point that when they're saying, I think he said something like they use you and then they discard you or something. It's like, have you seen these white dudes getting drugged through the mud in court? Who do you think started?
We're gonna get to Steven Crowder next.
No, I wasn't even talking about him. I'm just talking in general. Who started MGTOW? It was white dudes, men going their own way. They wasn't going their own way from black women. They're going away their own way from their own women. So even white men are complaining about their women. And then here you got dudes like this saying, black women is the enemy. So what are you trying to say? That they should go get white women and other non-black women when men in general are saying, I don't know if marriage is the right thing for me. They're not saying, oh, marriage to a black woman is out, but we want to marry a white woman. No, they said they're going their own way off women, period. 80% of the divorces are initiated by women, not just black women. You see what I'm saying? So they want to try to say, here, we going to throw out the black woman and we going to go get this woman. And then plenty of them do it. They end up like Jonathan Majors. If you look at Israel Adesanya, who just won his title back in the UFC, he got a white girlfriend and she's trashing him. She's treating him
like shit.
Yeah. Because yeah, okay. I was just trying to be respectful of your panel. You know what I mean? Because these are celebrities and they're getting drugged down by single white females with no power. Even look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got drugged through the mud by just some random. These are not celebrity white girls. These are just random white girls that they found.
Basic, everyday white girls that be at like the golf course.
Correct. And what are they doing? The black dudes took their advice. They was like, yep, black women are the enemy. We're going to go hop the fence. And what are they doing? Being drugged through the mud even more than a black woman would do them. But what are they saying? Silent.
And they never would ever talk about how, you know, the black women have been on our side and fighting for us and raising our children in the absence of black men doing what they're supposed to do, because most of these bandits don't really want to give credit and just say that the black woman is the backbone of the black community. Is that Ray back there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's Ray. That's the real Ray too.
What's up, bro?
We're back. Sim Nation is back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With Anton leaving Lapeef.
I saw it. I saw that Fatty's over there talking about it right now, but I haven't gone back to see what's actually going on yet.
Because I'm about to be out working Fatty for the next 3 weeks. I'm taking all his time slots, and we're doing 12-hour shows. Well, I'm doing the weekends. You know I got a full-time job now, Ray.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, brother. There's more than this just imaginary space. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree. Now, let's go and go to the next segment. Since we got Ray here, it's about to be fun. Steven Crowder spoke with the man. What a loser. Or do y'all want to see Pearl ex-boyfriend, the black guy?
Let's go with Crowder. Let's not. I don't want to give Pearl no more energy, bro.
All right.
Even Crowder shouldn't be getting this energy, but like his hypocrisy is worth calling out.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There we go. Crowder loses again. Now everybody knows that Crowder got divorced, right?
Right.
But even more importantly, his wife sent she sent this video of him just going off, right? And this is from Substack, so shout out to Substack. Don't copyright us.
Hey, I would say, Ray, you should mute up until you talk because it's like the wind or whatever in your background.
Oh, my bad. I got you.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. Now let's keep going and listen to this. If you guys can hear this when I first play, put a 1 in the chat because I know I can hear it. Let's keep going.
I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary in abusive and cruel. You are not taking the car because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
American groceries. I would have
steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not unreasonable, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes, other than man, receive love. No, other than man. No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you are not.
Then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Right.
It's not correct, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
My bad, guys. I actually paused it for a second. Just for copyright issues, just make sure we're good.
Hey. Yeah, did you want to pause it and
just
commentary or?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Because you really could pause it and then continue on. Because
I wanted to get it bigger and everything.
Oh, okay.
I gotta X out a piece of other stuff I got going on in the background. Some stuff I hate. Ooh, wait. Anyway, let's get back to the video. And hey, Quantum, thank you for coming. Mwah.
What's up with it, Quantum?
She said hey to you too, Ray. She said stop driving.
What's up, Quantum?
Not the video taking its time. I had a short version, but I don't want to play my short version.
Okay. Did you where were you playing that one from?
Subpar.
Subpar?
I mean, Substack. That's where she sent it to.
Why don't you try Twitter?
They got the whole 3 minutes on there?
Let me check. They usually do. Like when I go to videos, they fights.
I have a YouTube short version of it.
Okay.
Right? But I wanted to get the whole 3 minutes because he was highly abusive, clearly. And if you can find it on Twitter, send me a link and I'll play that. I'll play it in the back chat and I'll bring it up.
Okay.
So I do have Crowder going off on his wife. All right, let me take these off. Jesus. Crowder loses again, and I low-key feel like this is karma coming back on the manosphere.
Really? I'm gonna have to firmly disagree.
I swear, bro.
I ain't taking no parts of that L, bro. I ain't taking them. Bruh, listen. What you do behind closed doors, especially in a situation like that, will come to light. That's the reason you gotta live the shit you talk.
I agree, but
yeah,
these guys are fucked up.
I put it in the back chat. I did find it on Twitter, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Perfect. I was about to play my short version, and I was going to be pissed. All right. Let me stop sharing the screen. I don't know what's going on. Is it time to get a new iMac, fellas? Admittedly, I'm running off my iPad Pro, literally. Like this right here is my iPad Pro. I'm just using my iMac to play video games and play like all the videos. I probably should turn Fortnite off, but I can't.
Definitely turn that Fortnite off. That's killing your GPU right now.
It probably is. All right.
I mean, it's not killing it. It's just overworking it is what I meant.
Oh, and I got like 8 videos like loaded up in the back. Probably could take those down too.
Yeah, until you're ready, I would only have like 1 or 2 up, because you already have the access to the files that you can just you know what folder they're in, that you could pull them up.
I do. Marcella said she agreed. All right, fine. I think I played it with the audio. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
To do waifu things, then I will go.
I could hear it.
I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do waifu things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I do have
giving abusive.
Wood pellets. My grill. I know it's not unreasonable, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect me? Yes. Other than that, you see the love of that. No. Other than that, no, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
you are not.
Then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Steven.
Get an Uber.
How was that a threat?
Okay, Steven,
How is it a threat that she's calling an Uber?
Bro, why do they only have one car if they rich?
Correct.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
This is this is that level of toxic. I don't want my woman to be able to move or navigate. You're under me. I control all the money, and you are relying on me. That toxic level of weak masculinity, where I got to make sure I'm in control of how you navigate. That's what this is.
And
I'm gonna call it what it is. Like you're so insecure that, and I've seen some of these white dudes. I've seen black dudes navigate like this too, but like I've seen a lot of white dudes that want to navigate on this level of quote unquote masculinity, which is I control everything, and it's like, no, you're undesirable and you need a slave in your house.
Facts.
You need someone who can't move on their own, so that way you can micromanage how this woman moves, because you know your game's weak, you're not desirable, you're not on your square, so there's a chance that if she got her own car, she might not come back.
And there's a chance that a Pookie and Ray Ray could smash your chick, you know what I mean? And
Facts.
then you'll really be mad, like, how could this dude who is less successful than me smash my chick? It's because he actually values her as a woman, and he sees his wife as just a tool that is there to serve him. And he's thinking like, hey, I built all of this for you. You should be doing that. And look, that's respectful. But all I know is that, bruh, if your game was that tight, right? If he was putting it down that hard, why wouldn't you have another car for your woman? Because if you want to see if something is really yours, you let it go. If it stays away, it never was yours to begin with. If it consistently comes back and provides you with everything that you need, that's how you know that it's yours. You know what I mean? I actually, if I'm with a chick, I need to see how she's operating at the club and around other people. And namely, when I'm not around, this dude is trying to control and micromanage every single move. So he knows every single place that she goes, and he's trying to control that. But is that really love? Is that a commitment? He's trying to force his love and his insecurity on her. And this is the signs of a very weak male.
I don't even I don't know. Like the issue is they're in a relationship where he's entered into this agreement as partners. And I've told people this multiple times. My chick loves me way more than I love her. Period. And if that's not the dynamic that you're navigating in, that's not your chick.
No, and I think that's an okay dynamic. But do you try to control your chick's every move?
Oh, hell no. I don't have to worry about it because she knows I'll leave. She knows that she can be replaced. She knows how other women approach me. Like, no, I don't have to ask her to do anything. She does everything of her own volition because she knows that she's in competition.
She understands that, like, you take care of her and she takes care of you. That's how it works.
When you're looking at this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. When you're in, is it better now?
Yep. You're good.
Okay. When you're in this dynamic and you gotta have one car, even though Steven Crowder has way more money than I have, and me and my chick both have cars. like you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in this scenario, that is a red flag to me from jump. Why can't she go do what she needs to do? Like, you're putting her in a position to where you want her to be feminine and submissive on your terms, on your schedule, bro. Like, to the T. To where, like, if she's running a little bit behind, now you're inconvenienced and it's an argument. Like, that's insane. Why would you even have that dynamic set up to begin with if you're a man that's leading? Then, you're creating an argument.
She said, I'm about to catch you over there and fuck it. Is that a threat, bitch? I'm like, oh my God. Like,
right. Like,
oh, my bad right here. I didn't mean to.
No, I was just gonna say, like, this video was hard to watch because as somebody who I'm very red pill in my relationship. Like, my chick's familiar with what it is. I make her ingest the content too, so she understands. I am very firm with my chick, and I would never talk to her like this. Like, this is insane to me.
It's giving controlling. Let's see what else Steven does. I haven't seen the whole video, admittedly.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Do
you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven.
The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand. You give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
You give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse. Okay. I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
So she pregnant. Hold on. She pregnant. And this bandit, right? She can't even go to the store. Can't go get checked up on. Can't. And then this nigga is acting like he's not abusive. Hold on. Better watch it. Fucking watch it. As if, again, that language in itself is abusive. Any comments before I finish the last minute up?
I'm gonna say that while I'm not full bore on this is abusive, I'm gonna say that he deserves to get raked over the coals. She should take everything from him, and this is not how you interact with a woman who's supposed to be your partner and raising your lineage. Because anyone who's even a remotely logical knows that the added stress that you put a woman under while she's pregnant goes to your child. Like you can literally pre-fuck your kid up.
That's a fact.
Before it even gets out. Now, is it abuse? Nah, I don't know if I'm gonna jump off that cliff. I don't like it. If he was in my house or I was at his house, he might get slapped around a little bit. But it's something that I don't like. I do not like seeing men speaking to women in this fashion. But is it abuse? That's a gray area, and I understand that there's going to be both lines on it, but I don't think that this is abuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say I'm kind of there with you, but then when you say the gray area, that leaves more interpretation, and then we have to deal with the actual definition, which
okay.
Use something to a bad effect or for a bad purpose or misuse. Treat a person or animal with cruelty or violence, especially regularly or repeatedly. The improper use of something, cruel and violent treatment of a person or animal. So I know when we dealing with the term abuse, I know it could be subjective, but based on what you described and saying that the effects that it could have on the unborn child, that sounds like abusive behavior. So I would say, Rico, if you, I didn't mean to say Rico, I meant to say Ray, but if you believe that it's not abuse or that's a inaccurate term, what would be the more appropriate term that you think if you don't believe it's abuse?
So
it could also get into a form of semantics, right? Because we could say we could say it's not abuse, it's mistreatment, but then if you look at mistreatment, it's synonymous with abuse. So I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to
no. After you broke it down like that, I have to agree with you. Like you're right. Then by definition, that is abuse.
And one thing, just so we're clear, because I agree with Reckless and Simca, there's different forms of abuse, right? Like someone can give an insult that you say, whatever, it was an insult. It still was an insult, but you don't put it on the level of an egregious insult as someone like disrespecting your kids or your wife. They're both insults, but one warrants a response and other maybe so not. So I think he was abusive. I just think that it's levels to his abuse. And since we've seen such more higher atrocious levels of abuse, that we're almost coming desensitized to it, right? It's kind of like with the Bible. We see it on video games. I love John Wick, right? But John Wick is going around just, so you get immersed into it, you get enamored by the violence, so that when you see it, it's like, another person got killed on 63rd, and we come almost desensitized to it. So I think that is a form of how it is with abuse, because on these panels, people are abusing each other left and right. But since it's just only verbally and it's online, people think, oh, it's virtual reality or it's just virtual abuse. So we try to look for ways to rationalize and justify it, but it's still what it is. It's still abuse. A duck is a duck, whether on the internet or whether in the real life pond.
That's solid. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Simp Nation win again.
We all in agreement then.
Let's keep going. Let's see what this nigga Steven wild, man.
Don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A.
I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no, but I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No, but I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right in the past. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage.
Hey, could you pause it real quick, bro?
I'll get text me what you need.
Because this is where it's getting goofy and into the victim Olympics. Because,
yes.
and I don't even like to use that term. I'm only being facetious using that term. But this dude is over here, and let me also read this quote. Complaining about a problem without posing a solution is called whining. That's by Teddy Roosevelt. And what is this dude sitting here whining? You're not worthy of being a wife. You're not doing this. You're doing. He sounds like a little bratty, petulant 6-year-old. If she's not worthy of a wife, what do all these red pill gurus always tell the chicks? Should have picked better, right? You chose Pookie and Ray Ray. You should have picked better. You knew that he was a thug. You knew that he was that. If all of this stuff, she didn't just turn this way overnight. He knew what she was. He chose her as a wife. Now he's complaining about her worthiness of a wife, but he's not holding himself accountable for him being irresponsible and picking someone who he considers to be unworthy of a wife. Then he's saying, nope, I don't love you. So why are you being a coward and sticking around and impregnating a woman that you don't love when you guys are talking about the problem is broken families? Did that look like an intact, wholesome family to you? And you're going to bring a baby into that and then wag your fingers talking about, we need more solid families. You weren't acting like a solid leader of the family, bro. So he's in no position to talk. I'll land right there.
Well, before everything that you just said, he created that problem. He has the money for 2 cars. You're whining up. Literally, you know that meme where it's the person riding the bike and then they shove the stick into the front spokes and then they fall and it's whatever the ironic thing that they're complaining about. That's the problem. That's him. He's the living embodiment of that meme in this video. He created that problem with his leadership. And then he's complaining about it. And the thing is this, and this is where it was really hard for me to watch, because this woman wasn't just saying, no, I'm a modern woman, I'm not doing these things. The schedule for the day got messed up, so she's running a little behind. And this whole scenario seems to be created based off the fact that it screwed up his schedule for her doing what he wanted. It just wasn't when he wanted it done, which is another issue. It's not her going, oh, I'm a modern woman, I'm not going to do this, I'm independent. She's submissive. She is not raising her voice. She's the one positing the solutions. She's more of a man than he is right now. This is unacceptable that you're sitting here having a grown man, conservative, white male temper tantrum, and the woman is positing solutions, and the man is being bratty. Nobody's talking about this man coming completely off of his square, jumping 100% into his femininity. There's no masculine energy coming off of him at any point in this video, period. Even when he's threatening her, he's not masculine about it. This is all emotion. There's no logic in this. She's the one positing the solutions. Now, if that's the dynamic of their relationship, why would you stick around if you got to be the woman and the man in the relationship? That is not a worthy man to follow. That's not masculinity. That is not leadership. That is nothing that the red pill preaches. The red pill is not telling people to go have grown-ass temper tantrums. The manosphere is not teaching men to have grown man temper tantrums and then throw in some talking points about you're not worthy to be a wife. He isn't worthy to have a wife because he's not there yet. This man is exhibiting every example of a man who was spoiled by his mother and then went looking for another mother instead of a wife to help push him forward. He's not even using this woman as a tool. He's using this woman as another mom that he gets to shoot babies in. I'm gonna land it there. Like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Facts.
I agree with you. I thought I was gonna agree with you. Shane. For Steven Crowder. Very quick for Nurse Fancy. She wanted to see what Anton had to say about him leaving Lapeef. And this is what he said. You already know that I removed myself from Thursday Lapeef Let's Talk's panel to focus on growth in other areas. As of today, I will no longer associate myself with the channel at all. And for clarity, this is not beef, just a business decision on my end. Great things coming. So yeah, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna light the house on fire and I'm out. Now back to Crowder, right? Crowder. My problem with Crowder is, Ray, he's unquestionably red pill.
Is he though? Is he though? Is he red pill and talking? Because there's a difference. Like anybody, like I said, we all know this.
He's red pill talking, not in action.
Thank you. Because I was about to say, as many people as you busted down with receipts, you know that anybody can get on here and say anything.
That's a fact.
That's why I was gonna say he's self-proclaims to be red pill, and this is my issue. That's why I personally never say I understand the ideologies, etc., and I respect them, but this is why I never call myself red pill, blue pill, or anything, because what happens is, just like everything else, they take the Pookies and Ray Rays and say this is the representation of the Black community. They'll take a Steven Crowder and other people, whoever you disagree with, and say a Sneeko or something, and say, here, he's the representation of masculinity or the manosphere. And you're like, nah, bro, not everybody in the manosphere is on that stuff, but it gets convoluted. And this is where it gets tricky for me, because let me just take it to the streets real quick, right? So if you're a member, if you're a pimp or anything like that, you don't just get to say, hey, I've been a loser all my life. You know what? I want to be a pimp today. Like, you have to get put on by other pimps. If you're a gangbanger, you got to get put on. Someone has to anoint you. Someone has to give you a pass and basically validate what you're saying. Oh, yeah, he actually is a gangster now. He put in work. He did this. He got a couple bodies. He went to jail. So now let me bring it back to the red pill. A lot of these dudes was incel losers, couldn't even get no vagina. Now all of a sudden they watch a couple videos and they say, I'm red pill now, and I'm supposed to regard them as red pill. No, you still that same geek that couldn't get chicks. You just now have some talking points to regurgitate, and a lot of these dudes is tricks. So you're tricking and repeating talking points that are unoriginal to you. But because you say that you're red pill, I'm supposed to accept that? No, from what I heard from Ray, he's carrying himself and purporting himself to actually be a masculine man and represent the red pill ideology in a way that I'm okay with. The way other cats do it, like Steven Crowder, he's giving off feminine vibes, but then telling men that they need to be more masculine. Bro, you're not masculine. So you're
giving little boy vibes.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I have to separate the manosphere from the boyosphere. You see,
the bandit fear. The bandit
fear.
Oh yeah, because that's what these guys are. They're bandits, right?
Yeah.
These bandits, as Queen Cynthia G would say, they want domination by default, right? They don't want to invest into the Black community, invest love, invest emotional security, invest financial literacy. They don't want to do none of those different things. Just pick up a book and teach somebody else. No, they don't want to do none of those different things. And on top of that, you adopt these different ideologies from Kevin Samuels and Steven Crowder and all these other different losers. Rollo Tomasi, he's another one, right? Because it just makes you money. And then you take it a step further. I don't hear them threaten women like that. Like I hear Myron say, "Get out,
Yeah.
get the F out," but they never are saying, "Throw the baby in the bathwater out." Throw them where? Like where are you talking about? I never hear them saying that women, that their women should be purged. I never hear that. Right? So white guy named Alex, I think he has a channel called Playing with Fire. He's red pill too. Jay Waller, white guy, wears suits. These guys are not speaking violently. Andrew Tate, different conversation, right?
Andrew Tate never said nothing about violence against women, bro.
Not specifically, but it all depends on how you listen to it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And with my simp ears, I heard violence against all black women who was a guy. And all women across the world.
Could that just be your inner simp wanting to save and rescue the women that you take an offense to an offense?
There is a possibility, my brother, that could be it. That could be it.
I respect you for that answer, bro.
I have to be genuine. Now that I got my, you know what I'm saying, my food in for the day.
Hold on, what you order? A McGriddle?
Bro, McGriddles are fire.
I know.
I had to order this shit twice today.
Ray on fire tonight. I fuck with the McGriddles.
Dude, fire. Oh my
they're
God.
Good. They're good.
Especially when they fresh with the extra like syrup coming out of that shit.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, man. Now we're gonna finish out this last 40 seconds of Crowder embarrassing his wife before we get to the next topic. I got topics on type of topics today. We're still doing. We haven't even got to the simp OG, Steve Harvey. He won. But we about to keep going, man. Shout out to Steve Harvey. He really can't lose. Literally. But yeah. All right, here we go. What else? Because I really didn't watch this shit. Okay.
I love you. I'm committed to you.
Okay.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
Steven not afford a maid?
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs? No, you take Betty.
As the Crowders walk inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier, and by his own admission screams, "I will fuck you up," at his pregnant wife Hillary, who then flees their home.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, dude giving off really, really big feminine vibes. Because like Ray was saying earlier, bro, I never even have to do this stuff, bro. The man of the house doesn't need to announce he's the man of the house. The jungle is not walking through. I mean, the lion is not walking through the jungle saying, "Look at me, I'm a lion." Other beasts recognize, "Oh yeah, this is the king of the jungle right here." So he's not even carrying himself as a leader of the household. He's saying, "Oh, I will F you up," and doing all this other stuff. And he definitely has enough money to afford. Wife. Yeah, bro. This is wild, bro. Like Ray was saying,
sure he can afford a maid. Like genuinely, can he afford a maid? I just found out he had 6 million subscribers yesterday.
He can because the Daily Wire deal. The Daily Wire offered him 50 million. You know what he said? He said
he worked for the Daily Wire.
Well, not no more. They offered him 50 million, and he said it was a slave deal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that wasn't enough for him.
Isn't
that wasn't enough for him.
That,
with
I saw
Owens.
Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace Owens is going at him because speaking of this, O'Shea did a video because he was saying like Steven Crowder, a bunch of people have been coming at him, and conservatives, white, black, etc. He chose one person to go to, and it was the black woman who was on his side. And this is the argument. Yeah, exactly. But Candace came back and flamed him. Candace played the video and broke it down because I don't really
his marriage.
Yeah, she played this video and broke it down like we did. Yeah. because Crowder was going at her and accusing her of some inflammatory things, but mind you, he didn't accuse anyone else of anything, except he said that the Daily Wire, who Ben Shapiro owns, he said they offered him a contract extension and it was like 50 million for X amount of years, and Steven Crowder said that's too low, they're offering me a slave deal. So he's whining, saying that that's too low. And like Reckless Ray said, I'm just going to go on a limb and assume that Reckless Ray doesn't have 50 mil and he's still able to afford a second car for his lady.
Yeah.
So Steven
Oh, shit. She did make a video. It's titled Steven Crowder is a Monster. What's going on?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Candace ain't playing with this boy, bro.
Yeah, she broke him all the way down. I saw that same video too, man. I saw it from Albert and Preach first, and then that's what made me go back to.
Hold on. Albert and Preach used Candace's video.
Yeah. He used that little snippet.
Fuck with her. I don't want to fuck with her. Copyright. I know they won't copyright strike me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, man, like, hey. Don't underestimate the power of a conservative black woman, man. Salutes Be Easy and Ray as well too, man.
Hey, shout outs, brother.
She destroyed her, bro. I wasn't even expecting that.
Yeah, no, she did body him. That was definitely a body.
Queen said she had to wait 20 minutes to comment. I thought I switched that up, Queen Sheba. My bad, sis. Let's go find Aber and Preach video, because now that I've actually seen the video, like I only heard about what happened before, right? And people was like, he was attacking his wife. He didn't attack his wife, but he did verbally abuse his wife while she was pregnant. That's shit. Like, I don't know.
Well, that is considered attack. Like I said, it's just
it's people saying that he should go to jail for that little clip that she.
I wouldn't go that far, but he should be held accountable in the court of public opinion, and that's what things like
Isn't
this.
Him losing his wife, him being held accountable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think reprimation is like definitely necessary.
What type of reprimand are you thinking, M3?
Like, because it gotta be something where like
therapy
is one of them, right? But I know, like, okay, if his wife leaves, right, and let's say, for instance, if she decides, hey, like, I want to take some or I want to take half. I mean, usually, the Mansfield boys would be like, hey, like, we need to argue about this. That's not right. Like, how dare he marry a woman who's going to take half of his stuff, type of thing.
No,
but in this
they
case,
are.
But I'm saying, but in this case, like, if that happens, like, he deserves it. Because he's putting pressure on her, but not just on her, but on the baby as well, too. You're not really being considerate as a father. And you already have other kids as well, too. So,
oh, wow. I didn't know he had other kids. How many?
Yeah, he got like, I might be mistaken, but I think he has like two. He definitely has twins. And I think he might have another kid before the other kid on the way. And so,
why would you want a like pregnant wife walking around, cutting the grass, doing all the rest of this shit?
Right, get the gloves and walk the dog. Like, dude, she's
like
trying
Ray
to
said, why not just lease 2 cars? Like, if my credit and my money is good enough to lease 2 cars, I know he can too.
I mean, it's not like he a broke kind of guy or anything. And here's the thing: he mentioned about Uber, but then at the same time, it's like, well, you really don't want her to go out anywhere. So my thing is like, what is his insecurity, and what is he harboring on that he's using that against his wife?
Bro, I just want to say this real quick. I just looked it up. This dude has a net worth of $20 million.
Damn.
Why doesn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
Why?
That's what I'm.
Not Be Easy bringing the facts.
Bro, I had to, because what Ray, Simp God is saying, hey, bro, even I got 2 cars. Reckless Ray is like, bro, even I got 2 cars. None of these dudes, I'm not making 20 million. Or is anyone on this panel? He don't got a maid. He don't got a second car. Then even when she said, all right, fine, I'll catch Uber, he had something to say about that. This is
bruh.
Well, not only is it wild, it's like I've never seen it, and I am in circles where like my immediate circle of people that pour into me, they're all net worth of $1 million and up. So their wives are not navigating like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I don't even see this with people who got money, and I know people who have $20 million, like in net worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those households don't run like this. They have maids, they have multiple cars, like they have everything set up so that way, if the husband needs the wife to do something, she can just go do it.
That's the convenience of it, right? Because again, Ray, like you know what I do. Like I'm at work early in the morning, to late in the evening. By the time I leave, where I work at, a lot of places are closed. By that time, if I need Leia or Aaliyah to go to the pediatrician, if I need Junior or Xavier to get a physical done, that's going to be left to their moms. And they're not catching the fucking bus or catching Ubers every day because that gets too expensive. They have to drive. Right?
Yeah.
On top of that, when we take family trips and all these crazy things that we do, we need multiple vehicles. My mom has 2 cars. My father got multiple vehicles. Right? I just don't understand, bro. And even if they older vehicles, like my father has like a 2016 Ford F-150 he drive every day now.
Bro, those cars last like 20, 30 years. So like you said, even if it's an old car doesn't mean that it's trash. If you get those trucks.
Put your baby mama or like put your girl. He could have bought her a 2015 Chevy Impala. Steven could afford that.
Yep.
Right? It seems like he wanted to control her. Let's see what Queen Sheba said. She said, y'all awesome because a man sleeps. I think she meant to say y'all assume. Yeah, y'all assume. Y'all assume because a man sleeps with a woman or marry one that he likes her. That's not always the case.
Facts for Sheba. Sheba's spot on right there. She ain't lying.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Hey, he already made it clear that he didn't love her, so
he said that in the clip. He said, "I didn't love you."
Yeah, he said, "I don't love you," and he said that she doesn't love him, right? Like,
bro.
Yeah, something. Jesus.
Well, let me say this. Like, I'm not saying it's like to like be fair or anything, but now when she said like hey, like in a calm type way, like Steven, I love you and all that. I mean, maybe that's the way how she talked, or I kind of think that she kind of said that right because she already premeditated to try to expose him anyways. Just the fact that he was like an asshole to her.
Well, no, it wasn't her personally who sent this in. It was her family. So she sent this to her family.
Oh, she said,
and they released this. She didn't personally go, "I got you." But like, I mean, he's still around. Like, if my niece sent me some shit like this, bro, that dude would be touched up today and tomorrow.
Wait. Okay, wait. Pause. You said she sent that to her family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was still like a premeditated thought. Because if you think about it, this is a Ring camera. I know about Ring cameras. Like she had that recording for X amount of time, and usually when you're outside of that Ring camera will kind of record for like a maybe a few clips, and then it will go off, unless you press a certain button to keep the recording going on. And I think the way how she was persistent, the way how she was trying to be calm, she already knew that, hey, like this is how this dude talks. And so if anything were to happen, because keep in mind, the dude secretly, what was it? He hired, you have to probably go to Albert and Preach, I believe. He hired attorneys, right?
I got that video put up whenever y'all want to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, he hired their attorneys, right? The divorce attorneys to try to cut her off from his will and, all of his assets anyways. So she already knew what was up.
My people were saying that I sent a text around to Sim Nation, the ladies. And they saying that the Candace Owens one is brutal. So I'm gonna watch that one afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm gonna watch the Advent Preach one, but we're gonna smoke to the Candace Owens one. And we add that segment in because once again the black woman is God.
Oh my God. I can't with you.
I want to hear you say it, man.
Hey,
I'm not gonna say it. You'll never hear that come out of my mouth, bro. Ever.
That's the truth. He's with his simp juice. But I do just want to touch on a little bit more of what M3 said about the premeditation, which I do agree. But in that position, then maybe she believed that she had to do this because if this is what she caught on this Ring camera, and then he went off camera saying, "Hey man, I'm gonna fuck you up." Clearly, this is not a one-off. So he does this on a regular basis. And if she comes and says, "Hey, he does this," what are most people going to say? "Oh, it's Me Too."
You got no proof.
You got.
I was about to say that.
Well, no, they're literally saying that this is Me Too now, and that's the thing that's crazy to me. There's people out there saying that this is a Me Too play by Candace Owens because Candace Owens, who's a conservative woman, isn't staying on code, bro. Like, it's wild. Like the way that this is like fracturing stuff. Like, I think that there's a division in manhood now. Like, I mean, we've always had hierarchies, but like, honestly, if you're trying to like placate to or like co-sign this level of fuckery, like you on a different level than me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say we the same as men. Like,
and what
I'm
I
like,
saw was that he wanted, again, like Cynthia G says, he wanted a certain level of submission. Go put gloves on and do what? Like, I'm pretty sure your house is not even that fucking dirty, Steven. Like, if she's supposed to just go rub a random corner with a thong on so you can feel like the man, what the fuck is going on? On top of that, now that Be Easy has let me know that you're worth $21 million, I know that all that is in cash, right? But let's accept that 10% of it is, right? I don't give you a big ass stress. You still can afford a maid. You still can afford somebody to come over your house and do exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
On top of that, I did go through your channel and I saw the views, and I saw you guys got like multiple different streams of income. Y'all got a store, y'all sell merch too, mugs and everything. Y'all making money together, bro. So like, you didn't have a second car, no maid. You tell her that, is it a threat? Because she says, "Fine, I'll catch an Uber," which to me lets me know that you're a fucking megalomaniac.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally somebody who, and I don't think that he would have did this with Ray. He probably would do it with Nurse Fancy or another woman. But it seemed like he has to show his masculinity off and get in his masculine rah-rah frame to keep his wife in check. And she just wasn't here for it. And she probably been giving him pussy, clearly she's pregnant, under these same circumstances, trying to make him happy, and all for it to come to what? To feel like a fucking slave in her own household. Why would she even want to be in that situation?
Let me ask you this question, so then maybe I could probably give you this answer. When they got before he became Stephen, whatever, right? I forgot his last name already. But when they was married, did he have all that money back then?
No, she married him when he was broke.
See,
I hope you take all his shit.
See, there we go. So right there, right, by you answering that question, right, the answer lies into it. It's because now the dude got money, you know what I mean? And it's more tied into him, which it should be tied to both of them, but you know what I mean? Once a man have a certain amount of money, as Cass would probably say, a man is only in favor of, like, according to his options or whatever. But since he got the status, the YouTube status, he got the money or whatever, now he's like, okay, now I have leverage, you know, because maybe the way how he set up his money, if you really, really want to be with me, you know, you got to do these terms and conditions. So he's already breaking his previous vows when he was poor versus, you know, what he's doing now since he's rich.
But let's be honest. We all know, if you're in the manosphere and you consider yourself red pill and you actually do the work, how you start is how you finish. So whatever terms and conditions you set up on the build, those are the terms and conditions you live with once you get on. You set the standard. So even if that's the case and he wants to renegotiate the contract, he had already previously set up. But the thing is that we're consistently walking over when we want to go back to the manosphere talking points is she is not being abrasive. She is not being non-submissive. She's the only one posing solutions. She is the only one not raising her voice.
Facts.
Like, this man is completely in his feminine, and nobody wants to talk about that. And she is having to be the man in an argument at 8 months pregnant with his child.
Oh, she's 8 months pregnant?
She's had all of she's 8 months pregnant right now. Like during this video, she was about to pop, bro, and he's talking about walking dogs. He's talking about walking dogs. Like, you know how hard it is for women who are 8 months pregnant to walk. Like,
if you don't
it's
get
not
your
comfortable.
fat ass off the couch and walk that fucking dog.
Hey, and Simp God, I sent another Twitter link to Steven Crowder, his response, because apparently they're getting divorced. But I'll just read the first comment on there. It looked like Hats is flaming them in the comments, but the first comment says, "Your wife is bipolar, needing direction, structure, off meds due to pregnancy. His frustration living with someone unmedicated with a serious mental illness for a day.
Shame.
I think there was intent to cancel him by someone." So some people are trying to explain away, but most of the people is flaming them. So one person says, "Good luck hiring a babysitter, housewife, a personal assistant that will bang you." That says that will bang you without demanding more money, let alone have your child, because that's what you're looking for, and that ain't a wife. Too bad you let greed and selfishness destroy your family. So that some people was flaming them in the comments, bro.
Well, I mean, the reality of it though is the reality of it though is at that level of wealth, that's literally what your wife should be. But like, you should also have a maid. Like, you should make it easier for her because she's managing your household at that point.
And she's 8 months pregnant. She can, that baby can fall at any day now.
Right. He could have induced a premature birth with what he did.
And then I was just also thinking too, because he was complaining about, hey, I don't get to go to the gym, or my parents and all this stuff. And let's just say, hey, he goes to the gym, or he, because typically a gym workout, depending on what you're working out, let's just say 2 hours, right? It doesn't take that long for somebody water to break. So not only could his wife not drive herself to the hospital, he's whining about an Uber. Does she even have a card or access to money?
That's what I'm starting to wonder too. How much is he really controlling in her life? Because it seems like
all of it.
Yes.
He's like handing her shillings to walk out the door, bro.
Know
like,
what this reminds me of? Y'all remember Donald Sterling? Y'all remember him?
Shilling per day. Yep.
Wasn't he the one who told his girlfriend, like, don't hang around Magic Johnson, bitch? Like,
then he also told her, like, because he knew he was old and he couldn't get it up, he said, look, I know that you're gonna hang around them. He said, but why do you gotta bring basically those blacks, those niggas to my game? You're embarrassing me. That's what he said.
Shame. And he reminded me of a younger Steven, or Steven reminded me of a younger him, right? Because that's what it reminds me of. He was trying to control this woman, and that's not even your wife. She don't give shit for being with you, but a crippled dick and maybe a few bags. Like, I don't understand the audacity for some of these men to feel like they can control a woman the way that they control these women. But let's get this Album Preach video while I finish rolling this up so I can get to that Candace Owens video when it's time to burn.
All right, fellas, I got to roll out so I can head up to the gym. But yeah, once you watch the Album Preach video, then, like, you know, that would pretty much explain, like, everything, like, in detail, especially, like, the amount of stress that's being put on her while she's 8 months in pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fire.
Right, hey, go ahead, check it out.
And D, I do
M3, thank you.
Yeah, shout out to M3. And I do got to hop down. How long are you going to be up here? Because I might be able to come back.
I'm pulling a 12 today, fellas.
Oh, damn. Okay, you doing overtime. All right, well, it's going to be on this same link?
That's right.
All right, cool. I'll tap back in with you. Shout out to M3. Shout out to Ray. Guy, y'all always cooking. Simp Guy, you was getting a little too simpish for me, but you know what I mean? I still love you.
Y'all know what time it is, man.
Thank you, BZ.
I love y'all too, man.
Peace, guys.
All right, I see y'all.
All right, see you later. All right, man. Peace.
Salute. Now, there's just me and the original Simp Lord, Ray. Let's see what Album Preach had to say.
So today's topic, Steven Crowder. If you aren't aware, Steven Crowder's a right-wing commentator, very popular right now. I think he's shifted to Rumble, not much on YouTube as much. And he's been going through a divorce. Now, why should you care? Honestly, you probably shouldn't. But Steven Crowder, he's been involved in a few different situations recently. Now, the divorce comes after his wife alleges that he was emotionally abusive in the relationship itself. There's a Ring video as well as an article that's came out from a Substack by Yashar. And there's also a video from Steven Crowder talking about the divorce. So first, let's play the Steven Crowder video.
Well, in the conservative sphere, there was a lot more of the focus being on Crowder versus Candace Owens. That's because on his podcast, Crowder talks about how he's been dealing with a divorce since 2021, saying he kept it private, but people in positions of power knew that this was happening, with him alluding to extortion and threats about exposing that information, then playing a clip of Candace Owens speaking about him. There, she seems to question his Christianity, says that he's going through a lot, says we should pray for him. And then you had Owens uploading a video titled Steven Crowder accused me of extortion, saying he always paints himself as the victim, saying no one's threatened him or made demands behind closed doors, saying Crowder sent her a flirty Instagram DM on midterm election night that she didn't respond to, saying after that he began his attacks on the Daily Wire, and concluding that the divorce is why he's spiraling and acting erratic. She then sends Crowder a cease and desist, demanding a full retraction, and then invites Crowder's wife on her show. So with all of that, I gotta say, I don't care about that.
Oh my. That's messy. When your political opponent is based.
Fuck. Hold on. So
that's bad.
Not only was you abusive to your wife, but you was sending Candace Owens, who I believe to be a married woman, flirty messages. Shame. This is what y'all doing over there in the white manosphere. Y'all just as bad as these black bandits. Y'all just as bad as Anton.
Bandits gonna be bandits.
Bandits gonna be bandits. Let's get back to it. Y'all, these bandits are ridiculous. Shame.
Basically say like, yo, wife, come throw some dirt on Crowder's date. Yo, that's foul.
But for me, what was the most interesting was the insight that it gave on what he and people like him think should be legal or not, with Crowder very much seemingly not a fan of the law.
My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and the law says that that's how it works. It's no one's fault but my own in that I picked wrong.
So that's how he feels about it. He describes it. He claims that Candace Owens.
What you just say? Hold on. Did he just say it's his fault because he picked wrong? It's not your fault because you were an emotionally abusive POS, and me being censored is so not me. You were an abusive piece of shit. Okay? And your wife was 8 months pregnant, and you decided to do all of this goofy ass shit. And now we found out that you got millions of dollars. What a shame, bro.
Shame.
Right, this might be the saddest topic of the day. Right? And the way I'm doing it, guys, is I'm picking as many topics I want to talk about and spending about an hour talking about them on my 12-hour shows. That way we can talk about different things. I'll mute you up real quick. Right, there you go. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's get back to the video so we can get to this this Candace Owens flick.
Was extorting him, hasn't provided any proof. Kind of a crazy allegation, but whatever. So let's play the video of how Steven Crowder treats his wife.
That's foul. That's gonna be super. I know you hate the dude, but goddamn.
I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary in abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries. There's no groceries. I do have steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not a reasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect me? Yes, other man. Other man. Oh. You see love comes back.
Mind you, this lady is pregnant. Like, not little pregnant. That belly bigger than a motherfucker.
8 months pregnant.
And you're not gonna let her take the car? You want to let her take the Uber?
Because apparently they only have one car.
And
yeah, it was wild, like saying the Uber thing.
And
it's just like
what? No. What's your point?
I don't understand why they wouldn't have multiple cars. That's weird.
I don't care about that.
Maybe the car's being repaired, or maybe the car's broken, or maybe they sold it.
You don't have to have 2 cars. It doesn't matter
because it's during the quarantine. So basically, he's saying like, if you take it, then I can't leave. And she's not specifying when she's gonna come back. I'm trying to listen. Everybody's shitting on him. I'm just trying to
Then your unpregnant ass take the Uber. Then,
yes,
okay,
true.
Yes,
if she's good enough to take an Uber because she's pregnant, your unpregnant, manly, fucking
fact,
right wing ass.
Well, Brett, why'd you say right wing?
Because usually they're more about gender roles and stuff like that. I'm the man. I'm the one that's strong. So if you're
that's what you're supposed to do. Let your wife take the vehicle since your bum ass only have one, and then you get the fuck up. It seemed like Steven wasn't even doing nothing. It seemed like Steven was chilling. And yet he wanted his wife to walk around and struggle. I don't understand it. Like look at me right now. I got the struggle, handsome nigga look going on. I'm getting my hair cut one day, ladies. Don't worry about it. I will go back to Super Saiyan handsomeness soon. But Steven, you're sitting around fat as fuck, not doing nothing, begging for dishes to be cleaned and stuff. I'm disappointed.
That's ridiculous. Like you would think that at 8 months pregnant, I mean, even you would want her doing less stuff. like what's he worried about? She gonna get out of practice? Like, it's wild. That's just wild to me.
I was disappointed too. Let's keep going. I know my blunt is done.
the man, you're the one that's strong, and she's the one she's gonna run the errands. You're gonna take your manly hands with the Uber.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. The fuck you mean?
Okay.
Pregnant?
Okay.
You a special kind of soft.
Facts.
So you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not.
then I will ask someone to pick me up. What would you like me to ask?
Right?
Is that correct, Steven?
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
I get someone to pick me up. Get in the Uber. I just let somebody go pick her up. She made a compromise. So I don't even understand what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. But again, this is the weird thing. We're seeing a conversation 3 minutes long in the middle of something. I don't
know what the problem is. I don't know where the problem starts.
But I'm already off on Steven Crowder because so many people who are different, who are not connected to him or not connected to each other, have alleged that he's very controlling. He has a bad temper. He's very and the stuff that he handled with the Daily Wire was really shady in my opinion. So this is falling in line with what a lot of people say about him. Yep. I would give him a normal person the benefit of the doubt because he's got such a bad rap online. This should look kind of crazy.
Even
I have to even admit for myself, for my standards, this shit look crazy. We still got right here. For my standards, this shit does look crazy. This look absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just genuinely disappointed.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. I'm genuinely disappointed because this is another reason why not just black women, but all women are saying this manosphere talking point is not good for us. It's not good for none of us. Black people, white people, it's not good. We need to start a petition to ban all manosphere people because at this point, the manosphere is like a terrorist group, right? Who is infiltrating the young minds of young men all around the world and making them like Steven Crowder, right? Where you have a wife who is 8 months pregnant. She can't drive herself. She can't do nothing without your permission. You want her to fucking do all this stuff without any reciprocity. You're fucking verbally abusing her, which we know can have detrimental effects on the child. And to end that whole clip, he fucking says, "I'll fuck you up." So what started off as verbal abuse has now transcended into physical abuse, which could ultimately lose him his actual child, his next heir. What the fuck is wrong with men? Ray, I don't understand it.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw the whole manosphere out. Like I said, you can get out here and you can say you're manosphere, you can say you're red pill. His life is not a reflection of those values or that belief set. Whenever you get through, and I'll go so far as to say that any man who is co-signing this or trying to spin this to protect their red pill brother to stay on code, I'm not protecting you fake red pill niggas. Matter of fact, I'm going to check you fake red pill manosphere niggas every chance I get. Because the first question I'm going to ask you is, are you reading? Are you doing the reading? Are you doing the work? If the answer to those is no, are you on your square? I'm going to ask you fuckholes to cam up. And no, I don't think that's gay at all, because I need to understand what type of man I'm talking to. Because maybe you don't qualify for what you're asking for. Maybe you suck. Maybe you have work to do. You ain't got to suck forever. But like, if you're in a spot where it is, the first step is acknowledging the problem. If you're off your square, you got to acknowledge that. You got to do the work. I'm not going to say that there's always going to be a need for men to push and motivate other men. And I'm here for it. I'm always going to default to that because it's important, because what we have now is we've got a space where the manosphere apparently is so fragile that we got to protect these weak assholes and these clowns and these bandits that are not holding the value, just because we're so frail that we can't disassociate ourselves from people who are blatantly not living the value set that we espouse. Which makes me think that if you're defending this, you are not living the value set that you espouse either. And the reason you're defending this is because this could also be your ass. And you're scared. Which means that you still have work to do. And that's okay. But I'm not going to sit here and act like this is the way that men should handle themselves. If you got to get like this with women and talk like this to women, you are not on your square. That's all there is to it. You're lacking somewhere. And you should identify the problem and just fix it. But we're not going to sit here and act like Steven Crowder gets a pass because he says and agrees with the talking points, even though it's blatantly obvious after watching this 3 minutes of Clown World that he doesn't live them. And the reason you're not getting results is because you clowns are out here not doing the work, regurgitating talking points that you heard, that made you feel good, like a woman, because you felt some type of way. And you regurgitate the talking point. You don't live the talking point. You don't understand the context of the talking point. You're not familiarized with the work that the talking point came from, and you're not doing the work yourself. So you're still a loser that can parrot a talking point. And you should fix that. You should be better. Because that's what being in the manosphere.
Whole situation.
100%.
It's 100%. For men to admit that they are the problem and to put themselves in a situation where they get better instead of complaining about it and being the bandits that they have been for the last 365 years. You know, see, I came into this with a lot of black empowerment, and I still feel like me holding these bandits accountable is black empowerment, right? But the problem, Ray, that I have with these black bandits are they sit around in this space and they shame women every single day. But then you ask them, okay, you had that problem last year. What have you done in the last 365 to actually change it? They're going to say, well, I did everything I could do, but these women are the problem.
Well, I know, but they'll sit here and say that those same women that, oh, well, Ray, you can't talk to Venus because she a terrorist. I'm like, me and Venus have great conversations and we don't agree all the time. And I let her get her points off. She lets me get my points off, and we build off that. And like, you know, sometimes I walk away and I'm like, you know what? She was kind of right. Maybe I need to pivot a little bit. But the issue is most of these guys just want to be in this space, and they get their dopamine hit from this space. Like, they're out here arguing in this space 24 hours a day, talking about they get women, but you're online all the time, arguing on panels. Where do you have time to go actually get a woman if you're constantly on YouTube? You don't. So you don't. like they're just out here lying and talking. They're using talking points.
And that's the worst part about it.
And like nobody wants to talk about that. I'm like, I dip in. I got my show. I'm on here consistently the days that I'm on here, and the pre-records are on here when they're on here. And then the other times, you're catching me walking in and out of stuff because I'm actually out in the world doing things. Like, these dudes will sit on here for 24 hours a day talking about, I get women, and these women just don't know how to act. But they're always online. So, like, when are they outside? I ain't never seen a head bobbing in the screen.
Never.
Right?
Doing nothing, bro.
I ain't never seen a woman walking in the background. I ain't never seen a cup of water show up. I ain't never seen a meal handed to nobody. You're just online yelling. Like, no woman in sight. But you get women. And my question is when? Because if you're always on, you're always in your room. Like women are outside. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't agree more. And the problem is these men are not around women. What these men are around every day, Ray, is other simps. Not even simps. Let me not do that. I'm sorry, my simp nation. They're around other bums who don't know what the fuck they're doing, don't know how to pick a woman, don't know how to keep a woman, don't know how to get a woman to if your woman don't want to cook and clean for you, just say that your dick is weak, you have no money to provide for her, so she
You
doesn't
ain't
want to
right.
naturally submit to you. It's just that's what it's given. That's what it's given.
She probably submitting to the dude at the gym though.
That dude at the gym. Let's get back to the video. I got that ready. Now my Mac is acting right again.
Being so fucking adamant about the fucking car, and you're letting her take a Uber. It's like, who raised you?
Yeah, but you don't know the world of context that exists in a long marriage like this.
I understand what you're saying.
Maybe she's not been helpful at all throughout the whole marriage.
Even if she is, she's taking an Uber to do the groceries. That's her action. If she hasn't been helpful, and now she's taking the car.
It sounds like she's gonna leave, and she's not specifying when she's coming back, which might be the issue at hand here.
I can understand.
So again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but to me, what indicts him is the prior.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Feeling some constraints? Like, I can't go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxing you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either. Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you're going, I'll be back when I'm back? And making it work. The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, and we're at an impact.
I will say it is a really bad idea to be highly stressing your wife while she's this pregnant. It's bad for the baby, and it's bad for your wife's health.
Take an Uber.
It doesn't seem like this is about the car.
No, it's not.
It's not about the car. Clearly not.
It's either about some other shit or control. That's what it is. That's what I see.
Plenty of studies back that up. Like stress actually makes adverse pregnancy outcomes by disrupting blood flow, high blood pressure, having a low birth weight infant, preterm birth. And so you just have to be mindful. When someone is that pregnant, it's not a good idea to be in these kinds of situations continuously. And from what she described, their marriage has been tenuous like this for a long time.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline. Yeah. So, there you go. You throw your hand. You give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Stephen, you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your beast is sick. Your beast is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right in that. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs.
Okay, so it sounds like he's demanding from his 8th-month pregnant wife to do some labor to prove that she's committed because he feels like she just says stuff and doesn't do it with actions.
I thought that I was going to be able to save my blind, but I won't be able to. I'm at the spark now. Exactly. Causing his wife stress is not good for the baby, 10 years in marriage, putting up with this behavior. God bless her. Only God would have been able to give her that strength, because I would have been left. She deserves to have her feet and back rubbed and massaged, and her head massaged, and to be kissed on. That's how you should treat your wife when she's pregnant. Exactly, Ayana. He's emotionally abusive. Ayana wins again. Let's get back to the video. This is crazy. I'm low key flabbergasted, like high key.
Apparently, she didn't want to walk the dogs because apparently, to some degree, it could be poisonous towards the child, and he really wanted her to. So those are some of the many problems that they have together.
Are you committed to doing things? I'm gonna just walk the dogs. Hold on, please, love. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dog? No, you take Betty.
Wow.
I don't know how true this last statement is because I didn't hear it. Him saying, I will fuck you up. That's obviously something you should never say to your partner. I don't think there's any context that makes that acceptable. But again, you don't hear it on camera, so I can't say too much. I will read a little bit, a couple excerpts from the article itself. They say that she's been spending years hiding her husband's mental and emotional abuse from her family, and that he lied about the circumstances around their divorce, and that he wasn't present for the birth of their children. Nobody's saying that anyone was beaten in this marriage or that there was infidelity. And in audio files and text messages that Yashar received, Steven Crowder admits to some of his faults, which include a volcanic temper, repeatedly and at times regretfully. Apparently, this is one thing that I thought was really interesting. Crowder, in the video you guys saw earlier, complains about the no-fault divorce things. In June 2021, Steven left their home to pursue elective surgery. Hillary urged him to get help he needed to address his behavior with the hope that their marriage could be saved and that they could peacefully live together as a family. Instead, Steven refused to do so and chose to not be his wife during the birth of their twin children. Hillary was unaware that Steven Crowder had hired a divorce attorney and asked his assistant to cut Hillary off financially. There's significant documentation substantiating these facts.
And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. In Texas, divorce is permitted.
Him going out talking about she wants a divorce, but
hold on. Ray. So we have another Manosphere bandit saying, oh, she wanted a divorce, but in Texas, because that's what I thought. Oh, he lived in Texas. I looked at the law. He was right. Well, somebody can get divorced just because they don't want to. They don't want to be like, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm out of here. But this asshole refused to say that he was the one that hired a divorce attorney first. This can't be true.
Facts. Protecting an image, man. Protecting an image.
But think about, like, when you try to protect the image, people find out who you are. Like, that's like me coming on here a month from now, right, Ray? Oh, I got coffee stained teeth right now, and I don't care. More coffee. That's like me coming on here, Ray, and saying, I'm the most peaceful guy. I don't like fighting. I don't like fucking people's wives. You would say, Derry, you're a liar. It's the first time I know for a fact that you're lying. You piece of shit, right?
Right.
Come on here trying to do that kind of damage control. Because I know who the fuck I am. That's a fact. I'm gonna come back on camera, guys. I gotta spark this.
Well, I mean, the issue is, it's like people want to get out here in these spaces where they're in public, and they want to be in the public eye, but they want to present. They're not presenting real. They're presenting an image that they think other people want.
You know what Tupac said? He said, I tell parents I can never be a role model. I can only be a real model, because when you trying to be a role model, you got to keep playing that role. Right? I'm doing a Whitney Houston. I might do it here. I might save that for the very end, the last hour for Whitney Houston, because she was playing a role. She was in love with Robin Crawford, and they had a healthy relationship. And then her mom and her dad wanted her to fuck boys and get the husband and get the children, all the rest of the shit. She ended up fucking with Jermaine Jackson, failed. and then she ended up getting with Bobby Brown, the ultimate fail. Bobby, who was still walking around, probably suffering every day, having to bury his wife and daughter. Shame.
Shame.
Let's get back to it, man. Finish this, because I saved this one for my fucking Candace Owens video, and now we're here. Like, Matt.
He's been talking to a divorce lawyer, and then he's been cutting her off financially. Those kind of circumstances make things a little bit sus.
That's weird.
Yes, especially when you say something different publicly. Like
what you claim? What you claim? Like, yeah, she wanted this because I got money. But you went when she didn't even know about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You felt it.
What are your
hold on.
On this?
This iPad camera is slaying.
Care about because
I want to say that the iPad camera is slaying right now. Let's keep going.
That's from the personal point. What's happening when his wife actually changes nothing in my perception of that guy.
Yeah, it just more so confirms a lot what we already know.
Like a Don King perm, we already knew. You know what I mean? So I'm not big, especially when you don't expose your wife like that. You don't put your wife out there like that. You know what I mean? You don't put so I'm not. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I want to do that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? But then again, it really doesn't change much.
No.
So
I would say this confirms a lot of what I already suspected about him from everything I've heard from everyone else, including people I know personally who've worked for him.
Yep.
I'll say that also is interesting to hear someone complain about the fact that one party can choose to make a divorce happen. I understand people don't want divorces to be taken lightly, but the idea...
This is deeper than his divorce, guys. This is about the abuse of a woman who no longer wanted to be under the abuse of a man who she had apparently been married to for 10 years. He had began to work against her, take her financials away. She was going to be struggling. She's 8 months pregnant with no vehicle, probably no house, no little side apartment somewhere. So she went to the one thing that I tell people should always be strong, your family. Because like Ray said, let that have been his niece. Let his niece, Uncle Ray. I'm 8 months pregnant. I can't get a fucking, I can't drive my own car to the OBGYN, and he said he gonna fuck me up, Uncle Ray.
Oh no. That's going. See, that's how crimes happen. But
Facts.
the thing is, it's so disheartening to see these bandit harborers want to go back and then make this, oh, she's trying to get him for money, when the facts are coming out and nobody's coming back and going, hey, my opinion was messed up. I mean, we didn't really get to dive into this as deep as I wanted to on my live stream Thursday, but like I got put on game before the stream started by a homie of mine that was like, hey, and he could have used that opportunity as his gotcha moment on my stream to be like, hey, you're wrong, and I would have ate it then too, because my opinion going into it based on what I had seen was wrong, because it wasn't a full context. They took what he'd said and been like, yeah, this is what it is, and then it's like, he's like, hey, did you see Candace Owens' video? And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't really follow her like that. And he was like, you might want to look at it before you go live about this. And sure enough, I'm like, oh, okay, like my opinion's dumb on this, and I need to pivot. Like, I can't go in with the rest of the group. Like, I do a little bit of research and get the full context of the story and then make an opinion. But this isn't something that's defensible, and like the more facts you hear about it, the worse it is. It's like, oh, so you're trying to safeguard your assets that you built with this woman because you're being this way with her. Like, yeah, if you're treating your woman poorly, she should divorce you and take half your stuff. Like, this isn't a woman going, hey, I did the come up. It's like, you did things to provoke this woman to leave you. And they act like you should just stay through anything. And I'm like, no, ain't nobody signing up for that. Like, you should be a decent human, at minimum, to the person you sleep with every night. That's supposed to be your backbone. That's supposed to be your counterpart. You should be decent to them. This is just stupid. Like this whole deal, like they need to kick him out the manosphere. Like, you can't come back, Steven. Don't come back. Don't be on a panel that I'm on for sure. So I got all the smoke for you, bro.
Steven, if you run to Ray, he gon' let me stop.
Bruh.
We bullying.
Bruh.
We harassing. But I don't have no patience for men like this in my real life.
No.
Not no real patience at all. And that's why I say, as a father, I get afraid, like, for how I'm going to behave in the future. Because I already don't have patience when it comes to my daughters with their own parents. You know,
Right?
her own mama can't treat her no type of way. So you definitely can't come here. And she gave birth to her. Even when she, hey, I know you ain't treating my baby like that. But you, Steven, you're the type of man that I don't like, Ray, because I don't like it because of what it makes men like us feel like. Like, we could be having a good day, walking in good energy, positive energy, see some shit like that, and it will pull us to the dark side.
Facts.
Right? And I hate to turn this into that conversation, but it reminds me of, like, why. I know you don't watch Star Wars, but so you probably don't know who Count Dooku is.
No.
But he was the apprentice that Palpatine had before he had Darth Vader. And Vader ended up, to get that spot. He took his head off or whatever. But one of the reasons why Count Dooku became so dark was there was a moment where he went to this town to liberate this prince who was kidnapped. But the people kidnapped him, and when he was there chilling with the people. He was like, I couldn't believe that my father had been starving our people. Like, I've been living in the castle. I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah.
But when the father got there, he tried to tell the Jedi, like, oh yeah, y'all, we called y'all to free my son. Now arrest all of them or delete them, right? Count Dooku was like, you thought the Jedi worked for you? The Jedi worked for the people. And from by what we could tell, we gave you power as a chancellor, and you're abusing it. The same way that Stephen is abusing his power. And then you want to complain online as a victim. The same way that chancellor tried to complain as a victim. And on top of that, he attacked the Jedi. So what ended up happening, Ray? His whole squadron
take him out.
falling. That they did. and as you know, the Jedi are not supposed to delete people. But again, when you have people like that and they put you in that situation, it transforms you. And that went on to carry not only into to Count Dooku, but to Anakin Skywalker, who would go on to become Darth Vader. My whole point is this: it makes good men like us or other good men, it turns them dark immediately when you have a woman being abused. I couldn't imagine that was my daughters, bro.
Right.
No more Steven. No more videos. No more Daily Wire. You're getting pulled up on.
Facts.
Instantly. And I fear for anybody who's in that situation. And this last thing I'm gonna say before I finish, I've been preach clip out. That woman, the fact that she had to be 8 months pregnant, dealing with that amount of stress, not healthy at all. And the fact that he didn't understand that you're causing unknown amount of trauma, future trauma on your fetus child. Oh my God, bro. That's not it. It's not a good look, Steven. I'm praying for your family. I'm not even taking shots at y'all. We sending healing energy to not only you, but your wife, because this is not it.
Yeah, that you would need the consent of the other person in order to set up a divorce. That's stupid. No. Especially not seeing that kind of conversation and what I saw unfold. If that is more of the norm and that dynamic that was presented in the video is true for the entirety of the marriage or most of it, then I would want a scenario where the person who's having to suffer that at 8 months pregnant can file for a divorce if need be. I do think, there should be some measure of couples counseling or things like that people have to go through for an extended period before that's possible. But it shouldn't be mandatory because not everyone's circumstances are the same. And the last thing I would want is for someone to be stuck in a marriage with somebody who beats them, who treats them terribly every single day or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't know, it's just weird hearing you say that, especially after finding out that this man was talking to a divorce lawyer. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's what makes it seem like he's just doing a bunch of PR bullshit online for his right-wing grift, is because He's just out here pandering like, oh my God, I'm such a good Christian. I don't even believe in divorce. And my wife, in this non-Christ-like manner is able to divorce me without the... It's like, man, shut the fuck up. If you were really talking to the divorce lawyer, man, off yourself. Get the fuck up out of here. That is the most disingenuous PR stunt to control a narrative publicly. And that's what Steven does a lot. You saw it when he recorded the phone call with his then friend or so-called friend, where he recorded the call and then put that shit out to the public to like frame him a certain type of way after editing out many parts. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the comments, there's a bunch of right wingers are like, he's weird.
Yeah, and
he's
also
weirdo.
Apparently likes cross dressing, all this other stuff. I don't really care, but him just accusing people of extorting him, like, show the proof. Show the proof. You guys love facts and evidence.
Show the facts and evidence.
Yeah, but as far as what I saw in that video, yeah, that shit don't look good. But I'll reserve judgment because there may be more context that could make me change my mind. But in a vacuum, that shit don't look nice. And with the context of who this man is, that shit don't look nice. And so that's probably my overall take.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah.
No? You're not gonna send your wife pregnant to get an Uber?
No, we're not.
I got multiple cars.
And you don't even make Crowder money.
I don't make Crowder money.
How this man got one car?
I don't make Crowder
There's
money.
no reason. You should have 3 of his.
Ray, why doesn't Crowder have 2 cars? Christiana has a whole Nissan.
Oh, so you wait a minute. You saying that you got your girl a car so that she can go do stuff that she needs to do without you giving her permission or shillings to go do it?
Exactly what happened.
Oh wow.
Exactly what happened.
Dude.
That's a fact.
Oh no, that might be that's gonna be the new toxic masculinity now. Is be like, how dare you give her Don't make no sense, man. Not a lick of it. Like none of this whole scenario makes sense to me. Like it's all cornball shit.
I agree. Now I'm looking for a clip. That's why I'm busy too. Let's get to our next topic, man. Crowder, yeah, you're taking enough L's. You're spending enough time talking about you. What is next here? Steve Harvey and the Simp God. Nah, we're gonna say that for a second. We're gonna say that. I think it get back to Pearl. There we go. Just Pearly Things.
It's just Lonely Things now. That's her official new name from the man.
Just KKK Things.
Oh Jesus.
Let's get it popping.
Actually about equality. It's about equality when it benefits us.
Hold on. Rewind. Make sure we get all that in there.
This is Pearl Davis. You may recognize her from videos like this.
I think feminism isn't actually about equality. It's about equality when it benefits us.
Now, personally, I believe that modern-day feminism falsely empowers women to make bad decisions that will cause them a lot of harm. That's not what this video is about. Pearl's in a lot of hot water right now because she chose to host a self-proclaimed racist on her podcast who went on to say the following.
You're saying, why is the Holocaust special? Yeah, basically. Oh.
And also this.
You kind of deny it happened. Yeah, I deny some of the parts of it. You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they're embellished upon. I think they're embellished, yeah.
And shockingly, it gets worse, and they start talking about slavery. I will show you that clip soon, but before that, I have to address the Holocaust denial. Right off the bat, you're talking about a near genocide whose survivors are still alive today. It's not something lost to history and up to interpretation. There are mass graves, there are documents with names of victims. Within 5 years, the population fell from 16 million to 10 million. I'm gonna go ahead and make a part 2. There's not enough time.
Ray, the white woman comes in with the clutch. More clutcher than LeBron James in the fourth quarter. What is your thoughts, Ray?
I mean, she hit facts. Like you can't argue facts. Facts don't care about your feelings, and what she said was facts. But I mean, that was my point as well. Was Pearl isn't the person who should have had that conversation. She ain't built for it. She's not versed in it, and she's too pleasant to offer any type of legitimate pushback that would be required to dive into those waters, and she didn't. So I mean, that's the reason I'm like, I don't think she's racist. I just think she's stupid.
Interesting. You just think that she's stupid.
I think she's misinformed. She's not intelligent. She shouldn't have manosphere conversations either. All she does is parrot stuff that other men have said. Like, because the reality of it is, no matter how much you grift, like there's no such thing as a red pill woman. It goes against their benefit. So like that's not real. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, but I have more. We have more. Hold on. Let's go ahead and play this one too.
Remember, she'll never see me again.
Smile for the camera.
Hold on. This is pro ex-boyfriend.
I'm on a date with my favorite ex who told all her friends and family members she'll never see me again.
Smile for the camera. What did you say? Smile for the camera. Just smile. They gonna know.
Oh no, freaky Jason.
Ray, your thoughts?
No. Bro, stereotypes are there's some truth in stereotypes. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like, oh no, that's so bad. That is so bad.
You're not feeling that?
I don't have words for that.
I think they would have been a cute little couple. I think
Bruh.
they had nice little babies. You know what I'm saying? This is what you advocate for, Ray. You advocate for divestment.
I do not advocate for divestment. I have never once, not once in my life, I said rock with who rocks with you though. I don't believe it's nobody's job to walk the earth waiting to be chosen by a warrior queen. It's what it is.
Okay.
Like, hey, you miss out on all the good ones. I mean, did you see that? I mean, I know you got 12-hour show, so I don't know what topics you got picked out, but you should probably touch on the Black Twitter getting pissed about the NFL draft that's happening in Kansas City right now. I drove down there. I got to see it in person.
Is that right?
Because all them dudes that are actively divesting, man, they ain't even getting the athletes no more. So I don't know. I think that 15% that date and marry out is about to be all the rich ones.
I think so.
I mean, it just is what it is. Like, ain't nobody trying to have like an argument in their house constantly. Like that's. And then in America, I think this is a Western issue. I don't think that this is a issue outside of the West. It's there. There's like a disconnect in between how we're navigating and rocking with each other. And if that's not fixed, it's gonna be bad, because I'm seeing those dudes still got women. They're just not. They're not of the culture. So. You know, like.
All right. No, listen, Ray. Anything that's gonna come out my mouth is anti-manosphere.
I know.
And you know this because in real life, like getting a woman to like you, have sex with you, all these different things, it shouldn't be difficult. These men make it difficult. Oh yes, I found what I needed to find. You see, God is always good. And God always provides.
Oh, go ahead, man.
But it's about to be a different show. Maybe I'm gonna cover this. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, guys. All right. Let's get to my other clips real quick, guys.
I really don't. I guess I wish you luck, and I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit
Yeah,
racist.
I know.
But listen, it's not because I hate people. I love people. It's just race is real. Race is real. Race is a part of us. So, hey, it is what it is.
And the Italians, we do not claim you.
Oh, hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy. The Italians don't claim you. They don't claim you.
Oh, no, they claim me. They claim me.
I don't think so.
They do.
Italian guys, yeah.
Italians,
Tell an
we're
Italian
big,
guy
we're big
about your
lovers.
affinity for black guys. That'll go over real well.
Good one, Nick.
Maybe some brajol. There's some Italian
No,
for
but
you.
I will make my black boyfriend some of that.
Ugh, wow. You don't know any better.
Oh, man. So, your thoughts, Ray, on Mr. Nick Fuentes and Pearl sitting right there? Hey, Nick, can you not say that? That's my friend. She's dating King Riches. He's on the team.
No. Well, what did you expect? She's pleasant. Of course she's not going to defend her friends. They shouldn't be friends anymore, that's real.
I can hardly hear you, Ray. It's all good. Let me say this. The fact that she was even allowed to be disrespected like that, it shows that Pearl was more concerned with Nick Fuentes and whatever clout that would have came with it, and she got the clout, you know, that she so asked for.
Facts.
Now, Ray.
Facts. There we go. No, it's of course she's not. She's about them. She's about that dollar. That was a business decision.
Dollar.
She got what she wanted out of it. I mean, technically speaking, on all honesty, like they're not friends. Like, regardless of, I mean, obviously King Rich is still rocking with her, but
Yeah, he's on.
that chick though, like as far as that goes, like she ain't even staying on cold with her friend. Like if they were actually friends, they are probably not friends now because one of them took a stand and the other one didn't, which is it's a character delineation. Like you can't
take a stand, but you took a personal stand. Like, yeah, we won't claim you because you're a black boyfriend. What the fuck is that? Right in front of her face, and you know the black boyfriend that she's talking about. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's King Rich, who was also on a panel with him. You know what I'm saying? Like my deal is this. This is the way that I look at that. Like Rich doesn't deserve that woman. In all honesty, because he went on that panel with him too, and like and didn't say shit. That's what I'm saying. So like technically speaking, if you're gonna go on a panel with somebody and then let them disrespect your girl like that, bro, I would have been coming out the backstage to lop that motherfucker's head off, dog. Yeah. Because the thing is this, and this is the thing, and like this is the reason I don't get upset over words, because it's always some little pencil neck dickhead like Nick Fuentes. Like you was on the panel with me and I mean you was on there when Mike Rage was on my show, and everybody says that dude's a racist, and he's not.
Right.
And I'm like, but like you talk to those men that are actually built for that action and are actually boots on the ground out there being active. And in all honesty, I need to get you and Mike on a panel because he knows a lot of stuff and is very active from like a global rights for all of us Americans perspective. But like you guys would have a really good conversation because you two are also very active boots on the ground. But you know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that are actually built for that action, you come to find out like they can get branded a certain way because of how the media puts them out there, and they're not like that. But then you got these little pencil neck dudes like Nick that are like can't get a girl. Period. That dude ain't even got no money. He's just his whole clout after he got kicked out of Kanye's
accounts, bro.
Yeah, like that dude can't do shit. Like, but he wants to be out there talking about who's claiming who. I'm like, you're not even built as an actual man. Like, you are not a battle ready man. What are you gonna do? That's the reason he wasn't talking that way with her boyfriend. Like, he wouldn't talk that way with men, but he can get lippy with a female. I'm like, you ain't about it, bro.
If I'm King Riches, like, cool, like me and Pro, we can keep working together. But if you can't say he was a hoe for that, something is wrong with you too, because you run around mad at people for calling you out about this, but you ain't said nothing to him. You was quiet. You was looking back and forth, knowing it was wrong. And people act like she's from London, bro. She's from Chicago. She American, so she know what it is.
Yeah, but she's not. I mean, she's American in the sense that she was born here. Like, yeah, she's born here. But like, she is not American in the sense that like she grew up. She knows like the history. Like she's ignorant about basically everything. She lives a privileged life, She's never had a real relationship that was long term. The dude that she did date was a pookie. Looked like a pookie. Like, let's keep it real. She didn't date a man of value. So, I mean, she has no talking point. She has no life experience. She's on the internet doing research and can't get a man because she looks like a wet mop. Like, what are we talking about? And then she wants to interview Nick Fuentes for clout because she does work hard. She at least has that going for her because she's not going to get the man that she wants. So she's going to have to work forever. So it's good that she has a good work ethic. But she doesn't have any of the credentials to speak on anything. Like, she's never done anything. She's a kid with an opinion. And if you have children, Daryl, do you take your kids' opinions seriously?
Yeah, I do, but my thing about her is this. If she grew up in Chicago, she probably grew up better than Lil Podcast, right?
Right.
And she had to at least learn what he learned, right? And he know about all the same shit we know because she had the same history class, all that shit. So I don't think she's ignorant at all.
I don't think white people be listening. I don't think white people listen during history class and Black History Month. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think they tap out, bro.
That in itself is racist.
Hey, it is what it is. Like, shit, bro. I mean, she's just not an informed individual. She's trying to get her money. She knew that was going to get her popping. She was in the algorithm. She tore the Black manosphere in half. Like, I mean, she basically came from Loki, bro. Like, she making moves, bro. She's starting waves. She's doing what she needs to do. Her user count after that, after all that arguing, after E-Black went and cried at her about racism like a bitch. I'm not going to stop talking about it. After all that, her subscriber count went up. Like, she won. E-Black cried publicly like a bitch at a white mop, and she won. Like Black man caught.
Girl, I didn't see that.
Hey, bro, he got on that panel and cried, bro, about racism, bro. Yeah. He was on he got on that panel and cried at her when he got his little 2 seconds of time. He got up there and turned into a whole ass bitch. Talking about
Black.
Yeah, dog. Like, matter of fact, y'all should kick that nigga out the Black culture. Y'all kick me out once a week. That motherfucker is not a good representation of Black masculinity. Crying at a white mop because words hurt his feelings, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's ridiculous. That was the weakest display of manhood that I've seen. Him and Crowder are in the same camp as far as I'm concerned, bro. But yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, I saw like the Obsidian live, but
yeah,
when I see certain losers, I tap out, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, I got better shit to do.
Man,
I agree. That nigga's embarrassing,
bro. At all times, bro. Like, feelings hurt, crying at the little white girl, but then like it don't make no sense, man. Like, we gotta, if that's the Black community, bro, and that's who we're putting at the forefront as the men, dude, I'm happy to be kicked out once a week. What?
The Pearl said the N-word. You said that he was mad about her saying the N-word.
No, he was crying because because everybody was telling her she was racist, and he went up there and said she was racist and cried about slavery and the Victim Olympics, bro. But he was crying. Like, I'm like, I don't understand at what point in history did crying men conquer anything? And this dude's going to get on here and talk about we was conquered and we used to be kings and blackety black and you strong as fuck, but you gonna cry at a white mop because she interviewed a man that hurt your feelings with words, and he didn't even say any of the key words that would hurt your feelings. It was just the subject matter. So now it's not even words, it's topics. Topics make you cry, bro? Grow a pair of nuts, bro. Reach down in your pants and make sure they're still there. And act as such. Like, that set black people back 25 years. Like, for real.
No,
as a group. Like, it was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Like, I could have understood if it was a girl who got up there and got in her feelings, but like a grown-ass man, You supposed to be soldiers? If the race war that y'all talking about happens tomorrow, E-Black's on the front line fucking crying? Bro, y'all lost. It's over. It's over.
A while ago, bro, that like a lot of these men are not formidable.
No.
You know what I mean? And I mean that in every sense of the word. They weak physically. They weak online. I see E-Black teaming up with Duke to Don. I never had intentions on teaming up with Duke. You know what I'm saying? I just, I think Duke got a good channel and stuff. I just saw he made a video saying Daryl was right about the Lapeef scandal. You know what I'm saying? So I just tapped in, gave him, you know what I'm saying, what I knew to be true about the whole ass niggas.
But I mean, you can be genuine, but like, don't be out here saying that you a black warrior and for the black community, and like you cry at white women, like bro, like for real, about things that hurt your feelings. Like
Black crying, I think about how his wife wrote that article about him crying and shit after she almost, you know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
After she almost faded out.
Bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
A lot of these men not really, it's not about being tough. It's like, do you have the inner strength and inner will to defend not just your bloodline, but like the whole community? Because that's what a lot of these men want to like, they want to supplant themselves as the leaders.
Yeah.
I'm all cool with that if you're willing to take everything that come with that. Because if you're not, just play a role. Because if you want to say, hey, I'm going to be the knight, like I'm the fucking king knight of Texas. And then Ray said, all right, cool. Well, I want to be king knight of Texas too. Now what you going to do?
Well, I mean,
oh my God. I wish you wasn't on YouTube, because sometimes I'm about to say, like in Game of Thrones days, after you get destroyed, your village is up for grabs in some of the most darkest ways.
Facts. Well, what I was gonna say was, I was like, this is the issue that we have in the black community is like, there's always just one guy, and I did this on my stream because I took it back to the money because like that's my bag, but when it was a video that Patrick Bet David put up. Jewish community, the Jihad's rock, and he was saying that like he was talking to a guy who was of that community, and he was like, "How are you guys so successful?" And the dude told him simply, he was like, "When one of us gets rich, 5 of us get rich."
And my like a pack mentality.
Yeah, and like, and my point in that was when you're talking about how we do things within the black community, it's always guy. Everyone around his table is starving and eating his scraps, but that one guy is doing good. We do not build like that, and that's the reason as a community we're never going to win. Everybody in the community is talking about we just need to spend money amongst ourselves. Every other community is taking money from every other community, and that's how they grow. Black people who are talking pro-black are talking about we only got to spend money with each other. Okay, so now you're going to have one motherfucker that's got all the money then, because you're still going to have a 1%. Everybody ain't going to start a business. If you just hand $1 around a circle, there's no more dollars in the circle. There's still just $1. So the person who chooses to save the $1, they won. That's not how you build a community. Every other community, you can look at how other communities come and rock to this country. When they come in this country, when you go into the Chinese restaurant, it's not just Chinese people in there, it's everybody else, and then they take that money and put it in their community. We can't just be building black businesses to just serve black people. We need to build businesses that can compete, period. A good business. And everybody comes and we take that money, and then you take the money that you get from your business, and then you can go support things in your community. And we don't even get that. So like we have this mentality that like, oh, well, if Daryl's going to be the leader, it's just Daryl. Look at what happens every time we do that. The only outcome of that is that dude's going to be up out of here once the movement gets some traction. You're gone. And it's over because everybody was like, well, Daryl was in charge. We don't know what to do because there's only one Daryl. You need everyone to be Daryl. Everybody needs to be the king.
Has to be leaders, correct?
Right. You need to have multiple leaders, and like the issue is we do the exact same.
Multiple assassins, multiple
Facts.
doctors, engineers. That's how Black Wall Street was back in the day, bro. They was able to do that because multiple farmers, multiple doctors,
Yep.
multiple militant men, multiple what they call them stonemasons, the dudes that was building all the buildings back in the days. You feel me? Multiple people that apparently know how to set up like irrigation systems so they can have clean water, right? They was going crazy, bro. Now you can't find nobody to do none of that shit in the black community.
But
Damn near these days.
right. But like if you take for instance the Black Wall Street, because there were like 19 of those cities like that were like Black Wall Street that got destroyed.
Right.
With basically approval from the government, right? But like if you think about it, think about the contrast between the Black Wall Street days where they had to come in and basically destroy a town to moving forward to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, where you just got to kill one motherfucker. Think about that. The issue is when you only have to target one person, we can't even put them in a position of where it's like, Jesus, there's too many of them to even come after. Because like you can't just go in and destroy a town at this point. It's 2023. Everybody got blammies. Everybody got guns. You ain't just rolling in and taking out a town no more. You know what I'm saying? But like they've conditioned us specifically culturally to where there's just one guy, which means that like, hey, if the blacks are getting too much power, we're just gonna take that one guy out, remove him, because he's the only one eating, he's the only one with the knowledge, and we're so close to the hip about how we navigate that no one else has the knowledge. There's normally one person with money in your family. When that person dies, the wealth gets disseminated and then lost because they didn't tell nobody.
I agree.
We gotta start navigating in a competitive fashion. If we're gonna say that we have a culture, there has to be some standards. There has to be some stuff that like, hey, bro, we ain't rocking like that no more. We ain't gotta do that. And like everybody wants to take it back to like how the Italians was rocking. The Italians rocked that way and quit once they got enough money to legitimize. We are sitting here putting drug dealers to the forefront as though like you should just do that forever, instead of figuring out ways to legitimize so that we can compete, so that we can take over something. Like we don't own anything. We get on YouTube and want to talk about black spaces on a white man's platform. The fuck are we talking about? It doesn't make sense. We're not building things. We'll come in and use the shit, but we're not building. We're not taking part. We're not keeping our families together. Like we don't have enough Daryls out here being involved in their kids' lives. Like,
no, they say I don't take care of my kids.
I mean, like we're living like individual bandits, basically. Like, and we're acting like this shit's gonna work out, like it's not. And we're talking tough, like we're gonna compete. And then when it comes time to take a stand and get your piece out, we got E-Black crying at a white mop. Like it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that.
No, yeah, I would react to that, man. But you know, E-Black are striking for bullying. Call the FBI, man. Beg for help. 15 other different content creators.
Bruh.
It's so sad, man. Now he going at Mike TV and stuff, man. YouTube be like you guys, you bandits be on here just be draining my energy. Like oh god. Real talk. Like super real talk. It's almost giving finish the rest of the show later, hop on Fortnite and stream that. And I want to test out some stuff on Fortnite because not on Fortnite, on Streamlabs. Because if it's just gonna be me and Ray, I might run it and have y'all hop right back in. And I'm gonna, yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. We're about to get out of here, man. Simp Nation.
All right, bet.
I'll see y'all in a second. I'm about to literally start it right back up and test my Streamlabs. It's about to get wicked.
Do it.
See y'all in a minute.
Late.
Peace. Simp Nation. Y'all like this iPad camera? iPad. Y'all doing your thing. I like this. But let's keep going. I will see y'all later. This is iPad Pro. Y'all know what it is, man. We see y'all literally. I'm about to restart the stream. Give me 5 minutes. Peace.